Everyone, part ISM, welcome to Friday Night live at the bench show. So we're back. We haven't been here for 2 weeks. Well, this is our second week. We're back. For one thing or another, we didn't have a show last week, but we're back tonight. We've got our usual show. We've got Dan looking at all the work shared on the Facebook page and forum. We got all the things we've been buying through the week. We've got giveaways as well. We've got a £20 UMP gift voucher that we'll give away in a live random number draw. And on Dan's section, the favourite build of the week will win a £10 voucher as well. So make sure you stay tuned. We do those anytime through the night. There's no set order for everything. It's just as and when we get through the night. And of course, got questions for the crew with Al as well. We've got no section of Tim this week, so we'll be back next week with that. And that's it. So as always, you got any questions you want to ask, pop them in the chat. Put a question mark in front of us so we can see it and pick it out. And come in. As we go through the chat, we'll get to the questions as we go through the night. So with us tonight, we have Dan, we've got Norman, we've got Luke, we've got Al, we've got John, we've got Sam, we've got Tim and his wonderful beard, and me as well. Have you had a good week?
Busy week, and I've now got a new cat.
Yes, you have. You weren't going to keep a cat, but you did.
I'm not.
I called it.
Yeah.
They're just like fish tanks. You get one and you want another.
They're nothing like fish tanks, John. They're furry. All they do make wet puddles.
Oh,
yeah. Anything interesting?
Not really.
We have got some news, though, haven't we? Because the Models for Heroes auction was supposed to be March, but we've moved it along
for it, won't we?
Yeah. Yes. Which, we'll sort. So the Models for Heroes auction has been moved to the 3rd of April. So that's Friday, the 3rd of April. We are looking for donations of kits to be sent, not to us. They'll go to Models for Heroes. We will sort out a flyer. I'll probably do it in the morning tomorrow. And we'll give you all the details of where to send the kits.
We're both planning to do that, and it didn't end up happening.
Yes. Yeah, just squirrel. But we've got a month to organise, so that's plenty of time. And it'll be the same thing we've done every time we've done the auctions. People donate the kits. Mm-hmm. We put them up as lots on here, usually individual. You bid on them in the chat. You pay Models for Heroes direct. They post for Models for Heroes direct, and all the proceeds go towards the Models for Heroes charity, which is a brilliant charity, helping veterans and people with PTSD and other issues and what have you. So, it's a worthy charity support, and we're always proud to do it. And we've done well on each auction, so hopefully we can do just as well this year. Yep. So if you've got any kits lying around that you don't want, or you'd like to donate, or on the night you want to make a monetary donation, join in. You can donate direct. You can offer a kit for the auctions. You can come and bid on that Friday. And let's see if we can make a good wedge of cash again for this superb charity.
Yeah.
We're going to be out on the sponge again soon, trying to collect stuff. So
yes. Yeah. I will. Somebody will make a flyer of the weekend. I'll try.
One of us will do it.
Yes. And we'll get the details up on ISM, and we'll get it shared all over the place. And my next bench update, we'll have a bit of a chat about it as well, and get the ball rolling because it's worthy to support, and it's something we're all proud to do.
And we do get some great kits.
We've had some fantastic donations over the year. I'll have a roof through my staff and see what I've got.
I'm sure I can find something, and no, it's not going to be a Wingnuts kit.
What about that?
Yeah, whatever you said, John, no, and what you said, Paul, no.
Oh, why not? So stay tuned for that. We'll give more details on that as we go. And make sure you join us on the 3rd of April. Write that down. Friday, the 3rd of April. We'll probably start early again. We started 7 last time, didn't we?
I've got a pen. Yes.
I think we'll start at 7 again because if we get a lot, it can take quite a while. So there we go. Keep an eye out on that. We'll mention it every time we do a video now.
Yeah.
And that's that. Just keep an eye out for the post. Like I said, if you've got any kits you want to donate, preferably new, is always good.
Yeah.
Good, high quality.
Yeah, they need to be new, really.
Value.
Unstarted.
Yeah.
Just let us know, and we'll direct you the right way.
Yep.
And that's that. So, what's everyone working on tonight?
Models.
Norman.
Hold on 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'll move my camera too, I think.
Because I'm in here.
What? You were?
I'm over here.
Okay.
So I came back.
Okay.
I'm
Don't
here.
worry then.
Right.
There you go.
Sorry.
I'm still on with the Macabre, and hopefully I can get the tracks finished tonight.
Balaclava?
I've got most of them done now. It's just the last few coming up. If I get them put on tonight, I'll be happy.
Cool.
Excellent. Nice one, Norm.
Are they like flexible and they can move around, or they glue one on the other?
They're just like there's 2 track links per thingy, but the amount of flash I've had to
Yeah, they're in your links, aren't they?
Yeah, they've been
They're a
pain.
nightmare.
That's understatement on them. Next time I'll go aftermarket.
Yeah, I'm wondering about my one whether I do falls for it.
Yeah, they will. For sure.
Dan, are you there? No.
That was there.
Luke, what are you working on, mate?
I am working on the Academy Marines Bullfrog.
Nice. Excellent. Going all right?
Yeah, fair bit of scrap building on the interior, but yeah, it's going on.
Cool. Mr. McNeish.
I shall be working on my H1Z.
Nice.
I'm currently weathering the thing with Tamiya stuff.
Man, you've been working on anything and everything lately.
Yeah, I tend to find if I hang on to one, do one kit start to finish, there's lots of gaps where you got nothing to do. So it's just back and forth.
Yeah.
Whip it out and get it done.
Well done. John?
I'll be, well, other than reading the chat,
Mostly.
the mini art, was it the C54 one?
Cool.
I've got the tracks to do now, so that'll be hopefully ready for paint sometime soon.
Cool, lads. Grandad. Grandad McCord, what are you working on?
The Subaru BRZ.
Excellent.
The body's done. I'm just doing the interior, detailing a bit of it, and that's it.
Excellent.
It'll be finished hopefully tomorrow if I get a day to myself.
I'm hoping mine will be done tonight. If not, tomorrow.
That'll be good.
I'm thinking here all day.
Hello, Tim. What are you working on?
Timmy!
Hello!
Tremendous.
Tonight, I'm gonna do some.
Tremendous.
I got that sea foam stuff.
Yeah.
I can see you through the foam, and I want to start sticking it on, but I know I've got some other stuff I need to do on it before I start sticking it on. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that first.
Cool.
Do some more groundwork, and it's still a bit too bare. So,
Okay.
finished now.
Cool. Hang on, put the camera on me. And as with Sam, I'm working on my Subaru BRZ, which is all polished and window rubbers are done. Just need to get the thing back together now. So
That's looking lovely. It's definitely not looking brown anymore.
no, it's definitely purple and it really nice finger smudge on my bonnet.
Yeah, nice thing.
Lovely.
I think it's puss at me here.
Oh,
Oh,
Do you know what? I think it
I
actually
can't do that.
is. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm working on tonight. And there we go. So, you happy reading the chat, Joe?
Oh, I should think I can manage that.
careful.
good man.
Yeah, well, I can just about read. And first in was Matthew Birtles saying it's cool to be here first. I'm not so sure.
We were here before you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're here considerably before.
Yeah.
Rob B, hi to everyone when they get here.
Hello, Rob. Thank you very much for the skyline, mate. All right today. Thank you, mate.
As Al saying, evening all. Norman, good evening, fellow screw fiddlers and Banana Man.
Oh, love it.
Malcolm, evening everyone. Kayla B, happy Friday all. Hope all is going well. And
No.
speaking of Banana Man, John Stone, greetings, slow to the plastic. To Paul and all of the crew call, yes, even Normone.
Luke, can you turn your volume down your end a little bit? You're reverbing back a touch. If it isn't that, if it's not that, it's your connection, mate.
Okay.
So then we have Mike Batliner, aka Mike from Liechtenstein. Hello, ISM crew. Hope everyone is well. Let's all have a great time tonight, and don't forget to click the like button.
There you go.
Exactly.
Oh, mate.
Don't be stingy with the like, Pete. And we have Mr. Ian Douthwaite saying, evening, folks. Evening, Ian.
Yeah.
Hi, Ian. Hope you're covering well, mate.
Yeah.
And we have Brian Windmill. Evening, all. Hope you are well, Paul. All the best, mate.
Hello, Brian.
Nah,
Brian.
don't worry about the rest of us.
We're okay.
On the start.
So do you, lot.
Brian Moran saying hi, folks, and welcome back, ISM team.
Hello.
Sky Shark 505. Have they started yet? No, we haven't.
We have now.
No.
I have.
Have we?
Andy Aces hi. Evening all. Been a while. Glad to be back. Welcome back, Andy.
Evening, Andy.
There's some strange bearded person. Evening one and all.
It's him.
Stephen, afternoon all.
Yes. Hey?
What?
What's my name? Sorry.
What? I did.
Yeah, what's up?
I was just saying someone said strange bearded person. Of all the people I know, you.
Hi. Yeah.
Speedy Birdie saying good evening. Tony Davies there. Evening all.
Oh, got bad for you.
Really noise.
Luke, you ready to refresh, mate?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Sorry, bud.
It's all right.
So Tony says, evening all, giving the wife the remote for the telly, so all's well. Hopefully nobody's got wet feet, flopping weather.
Yep. Right there. It's bad.
Yeah, Kylie with Celebrity Squares. And SM's in for a good night.
BDSM.
Hey.
Well, it's me and Sam come up as SM on the screen, so.
Yeah.
That's that. Well, I was going to answer that, but I think I better not.
No,
I bet they would have Bomb you joining at the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, if we juggled it about right, we could probably spell something amusing with the names, but we'll get away from that one.
Here's my friend.
Willie Max there, evening one and all in the chat, and to the lads at the bench, one hopes that you've had a restful 2 weeks and the batteries are all recharged for this Friday night.
Not really.
No, definitely.
Yeah, kind of. Jason's there, Skullfish, evening, everybody.
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Mika, good evening all. Darryl Masters, evening all. John Mattioli, good afternoon here in the capital of the USA. That'll be Boston.
What?
Yeah, Gav Walker, evening all. Simon, good evening, everybody. Keith R, evening from a dark and soggy South Wales.
Oh, Keith.
Lord Calsonic Adam III is there with evening dudes.
Yeah,
Lord Calsonic Supra.
can I just say to Adam as well, thank you very much for the spoilers, mate, and the Star Wars sign.
And the what? Star Wars what?
You know, the 3D printed Star Wars sign I did the other week.
Oh, cool. Very
He
nice.
sent me one.
Yeah.
It's awfully heavy for a couple of spoilers.
Ride the wind, saying good evening from down south.
Oh,
Yeah, this is going to sound bad, however I pronounce it. Fagacol98. I find it funny. I get the YouTube notification as I'm cleaning my desk and room.
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Pete Ritchie, evening from the north.
Buongiorno.
Darryl says he'll mostly be spraying through the show with intermittent interjections.
Wow.
Oh,
Is he
Enjoy
Tuesday?
your working.
That's nice.
Fagacol says, I use my desk for hobby and studies. Don's there. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Don.
Naked Modeler Tony. Evening, everyone.
Nibbles. Hey, Tony.
Hello, Cole.
Caleb saying some of us occasionally do clean our desk, Darby. Yes, so do I when it needs it.
Yeah, your desk is feral.
Yeah, when I can't find something, I'll move stuff about. That's cleaning.
Yeah.
Gaz Vickers, evening, sexy plastic peeps.
Just have the wrong feed.
Sexy.
Yeah,
Oh, that's John.
definitely on the feed. Stuart Scale Models is there. Hey, Stu. Good evening, guys. Just decaling the Panzer 2 and started on the FX Phantom FGR2.
Oh.
Nice.
And Darryl says Tim's got his Obi beard stroke going already.
He's trying to encourage growth.
We've talked to yesterday.
John saying, why is Paul so fuzzy? Maybe it's my old eyes. Paul's not got his glasses on.
Probably your internet connection, mate. You need to give it a refresh.
Kieran's there. Is Tim wearing the cat on his face?
No, the cat's going to lick that off later. Hang on. That sounds really bad. That sounds
Very wrong.
Could have said he's licking the pussy off. Oh, no, hang on.
Oh, no.
Sick.
No. Tony asking if Tim's been on the bike, and Daryl's asking, did it not have a saddle?
What's it with this lot? I'm not. I thought they were all right, these bunch of people. You know that.
Excellent.
I thought they were all right with this lot.
Drew's there saying hi, everyone. Jim Clark saying hello, one and all from the west side of the pond.
Oh, hello.
Nice. Jim.
He's got a couple of stories, I think. Justin Fioravanti, something like that anyway, says hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Andy is saying, I've actually our veterans love the Models for Heroes sessions we hold here in Aldershot.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we do have a question from Justin. Anyone know if it's safe to airbrush enamel paint on polystyrene plastic?
Yeah, as somebody said, as long as you prime, give it a bit of a prime, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Just be careful what type of primer you use in the polystyrene plastic.
Yep.
Lacquer based, it will melt it. Needs to be an acrylic.
Yep.
Think he means polystyrene? Or do you think he means just styrene?
Yeah, if you just mean styrene model kit.
Okay, sorry.
I don't know.
Expanded polystyrene, then yeah, pretty much anything will melt it.
I want to say, yeah. I remember years ago.
Yeah, same here, Dan, same here.
In my old shed that was here, I wanted to build something out of polystyrene. I thought, I'll get some of that carpet spray glue. That'll work. I turned around, put the camera back, turned back round again, and the polystyrene was gone. It was just a puddle on the floor, and yeah, that worked. It worked well. Funny, but not funny.
Yeah,
Swear words was mentioned.
Every time Tim gets up, the GIMP reappears. Oh.
Tim.
Yes.
What's a good glue to glue carpet and plastic? Mine's got the fitted mats, you know, with the retaining things in.
Yeah.
The circular things, they keep coming bloody out. So I need to glue the carpet to the rings. Grow up.
We're a serious conversation here, Dan.
Bro, it's trying to be ring.
You stop mentioning the rings. Dan's ring's a bit sensitive to the rings, please. Right?
It is at the minute. I was caught short 2 seconds ago.
Well, according to the conversation before the show, he's got an infected arse.
You need what you're going to need to do is cut all the fibers away from where it's going to glue down, so it hasn't got all the long hair, and then you need to get like a contact adhesive.
Yeah, and then spray it on both sides. Let it go.
No. I'd get the brush stuff.
Oh, okay.
Brush on contact adhesives. Let it go to that, just let it tack off, and then push it down, and job's done.
Where were we? Before we started to talk about rings. Justin then was saying, what if the primer is lacquer based? If you go a bit heavy, it can melt the plastic or craze it. Yeah.
Well, it depends what make it is.
Yeah.
It's Tammy.
I stick with an acrylic, a very like water-based acrylic primer.
Just to be safe. Caleb's liking it.
It's actually polystyrene he's using.
I don't know.
Well, it says new to scale modelling, so I'm guessing just
Oh, it's the old primer.
polystyrene when technically it is polystyrene. We just call it styrene. We're lazy.
Yeah.
Dragon 64 saying evening all.
Hello, Tam.
All right.
Hello, Tam.
Daryl saying, Tim, do some recycling. Your couch looks very boxy.
My cats are enjoying it though.
Yeah. Yevsky's there saying, evening, everyone. Justin saying, thanks for the help and the tips.
It's. Oh, sorry.
Woof, woof. Sky Shark saying, I read too slow because it's an old post.
No, we just didn't start though after you posted.
No, I'm going from the start of the post to the end. Bits of whatever's happening in a minute. Ricky Paul Carlson even. Evening, master modeler of the crew. Hope all is well with all of you. Definitely got the wrong.
Definitely got the wrong page.
Yeah.
John Howell, good evening, gentlemen, and all out there in the wrong place as well. Nigel P66, hi all, hope all's well out there.
Hello.
And Hope saying good evening.
Good
Evening, everyone. Mark Ward saying evening from Colchester. Andrea Giordano. Hi, folks from Italy. Given the current situation, I've decided my next kit will be an F-16 Corona Viper.
Bono Stente.
Bonnie the douche.
Bonnie the douche. 1, 2, Rodney.
Susan's there. Susan is. Good evening to all from Germany. Sky Shark saying Gorilla Glue. Rue saying double-sided carpet tape.
Nah, that won't do it.
I won't do it.
No chance.
Yeah, Gary Stanley saying, how about Velcro?
No way.
Or about a bit of chewing gum.
They've been great for like 8 months, and then when I was going to the hospital every day and trying to squeeze in out of tight spaces, getting out of the car, I've just like ragged them off, and that's it now. Every 2 minutes they're coming out. So we've got to spend 25 quid on a new set of mats, which I'm close to just doing anyway, or glue.
So if you get a new mats, what do they come with then that you're going to use?
Exactly the same. It's already in there.
Oh, okay.
They're already fit. The proper Ford mats.
Yeah.
Have you know on driver's side on your car, Paul? Have you got the 2 lugs that stick up?
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. My mats have never moved in my Fiesta I've owned it 6 years now.
Yeah, I think getting out of tight space and squeezing out, putting like loads of pressure on the mat. Yeah. I think that's what did it.
Maybe. They've just got a bit floppy underneath.
It's just come off and got loose. That's it. Stretch. You know what type when it stretches?
Yeah.
Just hangs around loose around the edge.
God, there's so many places I want to take.
I'm surprised you didn't.
Grow up. Oh, that's well then. Grow up, will you?
I'm going to leave that one right there.
There's a chat.
She said.
Patrick McGee is saying, evening, everyone.
Hello.
Evening.
Halo is asking, for a certain group build, I'm going to be making weapons from polystyrene and brass tubing wire to attach to a vehicle. Is CA glue okay for attaching those to each other?
Yeah. Polystyrene, no, it'll just melt it. Because years ago, there's is it the CA kick or is it the CA glue itself? But it actually, you can start a fire with one of the other of the chemicals and polystyrene. So I wouldn't know.
Just quick, is this somebody referring to polystyrene on a kit again?
Or is it actual polystyrene?
I think he's scratch built making something. I mean, if you're talking like kit styrene and brass, then fine. If you're talking the expanded polystyrene, then no. I'd probably use a white glue, like a wood glue or something like that, or glue.
If you're not in no hurry, use a slow drying water-based glue. because if it is actual polystyrene, everything, pretty much every glue apart from white glue, hates polystyrene.
There is that Deluxe do a
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
they do
rock.
They do though, don't they? Though?
They do that. Have you done that down there then?
No, it was the tissue paste, wasn't it? That was the other one.
Oh yeah, what was that called?
It's using all blue styrene. So yes, CA glue will be fine.
Yeah. Sprue Fascination Channel saying good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Bonjour. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
There's Andy Callis. Hello, Morals. Hope everyone's
Andy.
well on a great Friday.
Hello, Andy.
Andy.
You've not got time to be watching this, Andy. You've got to get to work.
Yeah, crack on.
Minge 2, Andy. Minge 2.
What did you say, Tim?
Hey?
What did you say? What? I think that was fine, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's close to being finable. That
I
one,
think that is.
it's got to be.
Tony's saying there's only 28 thumbs ups. Come on, people.
I can't put a thumb up. Neither can Sam.
It's fine. That's definitely fine.
Do we need a hashtag here for anything ruined?
That will go in. Oh dear, we need to back away from that.
Fagger Cole says, I filled a trash bag with all the trash that was in my room. It's fairly small, 9x11. Only one.
That's a huge trash bag, 9x11.
Yeah, but still, if you're only filling one, then it's not time to do it yet. Chaz Art, hi all, hope everyone's had a good week. Daryl's pointing out something that sticks everything together. Andy Callis again saying, come on, chat, let's put the thumbs up.
Sorry.
Steve, hello all from Southport.
Hello, Steve.
We all have to come together. Just asking. Asking for a friend.
Fagger calls Wi-Fi ducked out. And Andy saying, shush, my employees might hear you. And Martin Makers giving us a thumbs up.
It's a shame we didn't have phone number for where Andy works. We'd phone him and tell him that it's slacking.
I can find that out, all right.
We could probably have a good.
Good.
Wonderful.
That was so funny that day. That was so funny. There's been many a funny incident in here.
Indeed.
Yep.
Like when Paul phoned the old caller back.
Oh, that was funny as well, yeah.
Oh, God, that was so funny. Poor sod didn't know what to say.
Oh, dear. Oh, that's another order placed at UMP.
Oh.
No.
FYI, everyone has put an order in. I apologise for any delays. We are working as fast as possible. It's been manic all week. And we are getting there. And go check out empretail.com because apparently we're only in it to make money.
Yep.
Ludicrous for a business.
I know that. What?
Yeah,
it's
it's terrible.
ridiculous.
It's an absolutely ridiculous business.
Yeah, should we start a business and make ourselves some money? That'd be daft.
Yeah.
Should be ashamed.
Why would you want to do that?
How dare you want to be able to pay your bills and feed your family?
How dare you want to put clothes on James's back?
Shocking behaviour. We've got loads of new stuff in. Not stuffing, but stuff in. Cool stuff. Go on over and have a look. Loads of kits and new things.
I like that little brush cleaner thing. I like that.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
it does work well as well.
I'll wait till payday. Got no money.
Hang on.
No. Have you got enough Coke and crisps?
No, he was
Can't
out of the shop now.
run out of them. Caleb saying that the Chernobyl 1 kit looks very nice that you reviewed, Luke. Can maybe pick one up himself.
Did you review it, Luke?
Yeah,
Luke
you get a lot in the box.
videos, Tim.
Did he?
Yeah.
Someone's actually watched them, you know.
Nah.
This week as well.
Third.
I heard him chatting about something about how he got into modelling earlier. It was all right.
That were a good video. That.
Yeah, that was good.
I have to watch them twice because I normally drop off halfway through, but you know.
No, it's not one of your videos, John. It was Luke's.
I definitely wouldn't fall asleep watching one of mine. I'd be cringing the whole way.
Well, so true, it. Hey, what? Sorry, you said that.
I haven't watched any videos for a long time.
Especially when I forget to put the old hat on, Luke?
Yeah, the cranial solar panel.
Yeah. I didn't think that one through very well.
Honestly, John, you're one step away from an intervention.
Only one?
Taylor brought your house a pair of clippers. Like, come on, John, just save it up.
No, I've got a pair of clippers. I use them on my face.
Send them to Tim.
Yeah, they've got plenty of grey in there, so it probably wouldn't look too bad. Steve says, hi, does anyone know where I can get custom decals for 1/200th aircraft?
Oh, yeah.
Hannons?
I would have thought Hannons, yeah.
Yep.
1/200th aircraft.
Man, that's
Someone's building an aircraft carrier, I reckon.
Yeah,
Only-
that sounds naval.
No, 1/200's a small civil airliner scale.
right.
Oh, there we go. Matt Baker says, evening, folks. Hope everyone's doing okay.
Not bad.
All right.
Caleb says, UMP Thinner is just there to make money. No fucking way.
It's just screen wash anyway.
Yeah,
It's just-
That was so funny.
There's another one people were passing around for ages. It's a hell of a screen wash, that, Jesus.
Yeah, I want to say if it's
I mean, it'll do a fantastic job of cleaning your screen.
Oh, yeah.
It's expensive.
it is actually very good at cleaning glass.
It's brilliant.
I want to say,
I used to clean my glasses.
I use it for everything.
That's right, mate.
It's just a very
FYI,
expensive
interesting
unit.
fact. It has changed colour again. It's gone a darker blue. Bit of-
Bit of blue. Bit of blue for the dad.
There's nothing
Yep.
wrong with that.
It's changed colour several times over the years.
I was going to say I think I've still got 3 different shades.
Right, Jeff Darrell's post. Made a wrong move. Eating an Indian. Not sure of its name. But now I'm going to burp in my mask. Oh, Lamboona.
Oh, no, don't do it.
You know what's going to happen directly after a burp, though, don't you?
You're going to take the mask and smell it. Matt says that he's discovered that feeding the Haribo to his wife from the UMP orders makes it easier to get away with buying stuff. Fagger calls off playing video games. He'll keep the stream on while he plays. Ray Aquilina's there. Hello, my friends. Hello, Ray. Matt 58 says, what's up, everyone? Steve says, wargaming aircraft. Want to do Spitfires in the 308th Polish squadron.
Polish.
Well, you've got the capital P, so technically it's Polish.
Yeah, they try and do what they did.
Go from John with it.
As they were based in Southport for a while. Darryl says blue for the loot. Hannah's there saying evening all. Hey, Hannah.
Hey, Hannah. Hello, Hannah.
Good evening, Hannah.
As Darryl says, he gets to enjoy it twice, lol. Yeah. The joys of food like that.
That's one of the reasons why I don't eat Indians.
Yeah, evil, yeah.
Oh,
He's away.
Dan, you're a gem. You really are.
I was going to say something else, but I'm not going to.
Sorry,
Tim, are you trying to do a little teapot there, mate?
Okay.
Oh dear. Well, I just look up and see one hand on his head.
Anyway, just to let you know, everyone, Luke enjoyed eating Indian the other day.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
It was
good
very
eating
nice.
Indian.
It was rather camp. I have to
Not as
say.
good as not as good as what the special Italian would have been. I don't think. No.
No. Yes.
No, yes.
She's at work, so it's fine.
Damn.
Charles is going on a Chernobyl tour next week and visit the Ukrainian National Air Force Museum.
Make
Oh, that
sure
sounds like
protect
fun.
your bulletin foil, one for your head and one for your nut.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool.
As Andy says, nice knowing you, Charles. Yeah, go on, just make sure you don't glow when you come back, okay?
The levels around it though now have dropped to a point where
Charles, make sure you check out the local dogging spot.
Yeah.
My daughter's ex-boyfriend went to Chernobyl. I haven't seen him since he's come back. Cheers.
If you
Have a
come
look at
back.
Have a look out the window, Sam. You should be glowing on the corner.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Matt's asking, is
Serious?
anyone else enjoying the World War II in colour series on Netflix? Discovered it this week, been binge watching quite happily.
I've not noticed it, if I'm honest.
yes, I have watched all of it. I watched some.
Mm.
I've been catching up on something I found called 1,000 Ways to Die, which is really
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's always good. Yeah.
It's
Good
hilarious.
knowledge you need to know.
It's basically the Darwin Awards. Sky Shark has a question specifically for Tim.
Ooh.
What is the best
That's really
135th
good.
80s to 90s US armor crew?
Come on, Tim, hurry up.
Go on, Tim.
Go on, Tim.
Well, so you've got Mini Art bringing out a new set soon, which I'd probably say is going to be your best thing to get. The Tamir crew's a bit old. You can get hold of the Linden sets, but they're a bit far and few between, and they're okay. They're like 80s, mid 80s, 90s resin figures. Wait around for the Mini Art crew. I think will probably be the best idea at the moment.
Yeah, I think Tamiya did one, but they did kind of melted welly.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can get that bit like you get a Vietnam set where there's a guy standing there doing I don't know what sort of pose, and I'm not going to say their heads and helmets are all one. There's no separation between their helmet and their head.
Dan, go on.
I mean, seriously, you need to go.
Wow.
He's away again.
Oh, dear.
Oh, too much helmet. Yeah, too much plastic. Sorry. There you go. Yeah, honestly, either resin. Actually, saying that, there's a company called Valkyrie that do resin figures. They are really nice. You can get some of them there. If you don't mind spending nearly 20 quid for a single figure, you've always got Alpine. They do some modern figures as well. They are really,
Have a look
they are really good quality, but that's like £20 a single figure.
If you're going to spend that sort of money, also have a look at Evolution Miniatures.
Yep.
They do
Good stuff.
really good resin.
It depends
figures.
what range you want to go to and how many figures you want. If you want literally just maybe one or two figures, go the resin route. If you want a crew where you've got 3 or 4 figures, then wait for the plastics. Have a look around the plastic kits.
Yeah, and whatever you do, don't buy it Larry ones.
No.
Caleb Sand Fishing Show watches went to Chernobyl and fished in the coolant pond and caught Wells catfish.
Yep.
And as mentioned a bit further down, that was probably river monsters. And they aren't giant fish. They're mutated by being really stunted, apparently.
Yep.
Yep, they were saying, much knowledge you have, Tim. In my really bad
That
Yoda.
was shocking now, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Yeah, we put it down Yoda style, so I'll give it a go.
Nothing like Obi-Wan now.
Yeah. Well, I haven't got the ginger beard. Daniel Blair's there. The modeler formerly known as Ryan Dan. Hello, all. Happy Friday. Just left the pediatrician. Nearly said something different. All 4 kids have influenza A. Now I get to see all you guys. Yay!
Cool.
Even done.
Hey, Dan.
Get well soon. Flu isn't fun at the best of times. Sky Shark saying thanks. Drew saying legend, do some good figures. Sky Shark saying money's not a problem, just looking for the best ones.
Yeah, have a look at Evolution and Valkyrie.
The Valkyrie comes out nearly 50 quid for 3 figures, and they're not always even full figures as well. They're not cheap, but they are.
No, you sometimes just get the torso.
Yeah, they are really good though. Really good. They do a great Israeli set. They're very good Israeli set. Good job.
I would probably have said, like Tim said, wait for the mini art ones.
Mini arts are really for a plastic figure. Mini arts are very good.
Yeah, I mean, mini arts molding, you can't fault.
No, they're good. They're good out of the box.
Plain Reese is there. Hi from Holland once again.
Oh.
Hello. Caleb's asking, are Master Box figures any good? One of my local hobby shops has a bunch of them on sale.
Can be, can't they?
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah. They're not bad.
Some of them are a bit strange.
So
you're never going to get the detail and the quality of molding that you'll get with resin. But for what you're paying, so just looking over there, you'll get 4 figures in a box for 14 quid. If you're going down the resin route, as Tim said, you'll be paying 15, 20 pounds per figure. So depending on what you're going to do with them, really. But yeah, they're not bad at all. They're not bad at all.
I don't know if Dragon have done a set of US Army crew.
Probably at some point.
Yeah, they did.
They did a Dragon did a set, and I think had one of those portable missile launchers with them.
What, the toe?
No,
Stinger.
Anyway, yeah, I think they have one, but man, that's their real old moldings, which wouldn't be that great.
Yeah.
It's a lot better out there.
Plain says he uses a lot of Master Box figures and likes them, although they do need a bit of tweaking. Anyone know when the new Audi R8 is coming out in Europe?
God only knows.
We've got a few months to wait for that, I imagine, at least.
I'd have thought slightly after the R7.
Terrible, John.
Yeah, true.
Not even giving it a nod.
I'm still recovering from the crack up yesterday.
You cracked up yesterday, Charlie?
Yeah, being flashed in the stream.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do sometimes get people in the chat asking, can I come up? Can I join? There's a reason we don't. Is because you don't know who people are a lot of the time.
I thought it is we don't like them. Oh.
I was being polite, Tim.
Fair enough.
And as I say, I was in a fish-related stream yesterday. The host invited someone up to be on the live panel by StreamYard, and we got treated to full frontal.
Willie.
Yes.
What?
Sam's going to join.
You text me, John. You can't message me.
Thing is, Sam, you wouldn't have been jealous.
Okay.
Chunks there, Southwest Modeler. Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Good
Chunks.
on you. Galar.
Struth.
Crikey.
Gaylord.
G'day, you big. Yeah.
And Caleb saying, by the way, Tim, thanks again for finding out that SU100Y is coming out sometime this year. It's made me giddy.
Oh, cool. If you get up quick, it also does the same with subjects.
That gets worse the older you get.
And Luke, what's the technical term for that?
Postural hypotension.
Oh, I like that. I like a bit of that.
That
Nice.
sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds a bit more professional.
What's the technical term for an arse infection?
Damn horribilis.
Oh dear.
Rectum horribilis.
Yeah.
Check us the fastest.
That's when you hit the button inside the vehicle to say unavailable.
the person takes an explosion. Yeah, busy. I'm delayed in traffic. Can't get through. Luke wouldn't do that. He'd rush to your aid.
Yeah.
Nappy in hand.
Yeah. It's to take photos.
Not being hand.
Oh, Clarky's here. Evening, one and all. Evening, Clarky.
Hello.
Yep, Hip Hop Anonymous.
Hip
hop.
Hip Hop Anonymous.
Joe, Yellow Cake. Hi, everyone. Hope you're all doing well.
Oh, Joe.
Andy Aces High says, Code Brown. Or the old Red Dwarf. Go to Brown Alert. Are you sure? There's no such thing as Brown Alert.
There's always a brown alert.
Faggots asking, quick question between rounds, Plastic Soldier Company mini tanks or Flames of War mini tanks?
Flames of War.
Yeah, I'll probably go Flames of War because I've not heard of the other ones.
Yeah, Flames of War
probably really high quality.
Yeah, Flames of War are pretty good.
Yeah, I was looking at some of them the other day while I was waiting up the city.
I actually considered a couple of months ago of collecting and building a Flames of War army. But because I don't leave the house, I've got no one to play with.
That really is the saddest thing I've heard for a while.
Play war games, but no one will play them with me.
I was trying to convince the missus to no.
Yeah. Would her daughter not possibly? No, I'm not going
to. No.
Timothy.
Start with board games. We've got a few miniatures in them, and then gradually work up.
Yeah. I think I've got to work out the platin slot, to be honest.
And Kayla's asking, are there any model kits from Red Dwarf? Those would be cool.
Starboard.
No, they're old resin ones, so I know that.
Yeah, Starboard got to cost you a fortune.
I would say they're anywhere between 250 and 3.
Dan, get your section fired up, mate.
I surely will do.
Is that how much they are now, Dan?
Yep.
Wow.
Very, very expensive.
And again, if you're looking at, say, wargaming scale tanks, the Rubicon ones are good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you want, well, maybe 72nd scale, just quick builds that you can paint up and weather, armor fast are pretty good.
Yeah, armor fast are pretty good. Yeah. If you really want Airfix or Rebel. they're going to be more expensive and probably not suitable for gaming. Oh my word, Dan, that's sharing.
Is that sharing?
Wowzers.
Oh, sharing, Dan. Holy Jiminy Crickets, Dan.
Right, I'm going to hand you over to Dan. He's going to have a look at the work on the Facebook page and forum that you shared. Make a note of your favourite builds because you get to vote at the end. And the build with the most votes gets a £10 UMP gift voucher.
Wow.
Woohoo! So that's over to you, Dan.
Yay.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Dan.
We are going to start on the forum as always. And first out the gate this evening is Caleb B.
Wow.
And he's finished with this build. It's a Tamiya 135th SU122. He's primed it in Badgerstein All Rares, painted with Vallejo model Air 4BO Russian Green and AK Interactives Washable White. He's weathered it with MIG enamel washers, MIG pigment, and Vallejo Black Brown for the chips.
Very nice, Caleb.
There's a stumpy barrel in that thing.
I wonder where that would go in then, Sam.
Yeah, I did for a minute.
That's very nice. Not easy to do a winter wash.
No,
yeah.
he's done well though there, hasn't he?
That's cool.
That's very good, mate.
Yeah, I
It's
like
you got the UMP whitewash though.
it possibly would look better with the UMP whitewash, I will admit.
It's easy when you've got the UMP whitewash. It makes it easy.
Ignore them. Just trying to make money.
This is one Mac next, Mr. Angry Owl. This is his Trumpeter's 48th scale F106A Delta Dart. His black nose curve fixed and all the grey painted but lifted sorted. Intakes and tailpipe painted silver and is now ready to clear coat. PE on the cockpit of the 32nd scale Ravel Hawk continues to upset him.
Yes.
Nice one, Alan.
That I do like.
Very cool, man.
I like that
It's nice
line.
ship, man.
Yeah, that line's perfect, Al. Good lad.
Yeah. That's yeah, it's all clear coated now, so it's in its box awaiting drying.
Ah, good man. Good man. Oh, I like this one as well. This one's Mr. Hawk Moon. And he's starting to add the radiators, pipework, and interior coolers to the McLaren 4+4 or 4-4.
MP4.
That's going to be
Nice.
that's going to be nice. That.
Good.
Oh, a weird fella called Paul. This is to me a 24 scale Ford Sierra RS Cosworth. It's a Cosy. Again, doing a road/track day car. A lot more limitations with this kit than the Escort due to its age. It just did the best that it could with what it had. It's a Tamiya 24 scale Ford Sierra RS Cosworth. It's primed in ultimate grey primer, base painted in Ford Moonstone Blue from Touch Up Paint. Tamiya black panel line wash, cleared in Gravity Spain 2K clear coat. Scale production BBS RS wheels. Tamiya LP paints used everywhere else. All sprayed through his Ultimate Apex airbrush, Hobby Design Recaro seat, micro balloons for texture, and PE and ribbon harnesses.
That's cool, man.
Just trying to.
That does look nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well happy with that one. The rims are just beautiful.
Yeah, they look really nice. They just sit perfect as well, though.
Yeah.
That is
Siblings
my
are
favourite so far.
Cheers, Luke.
This is Ranger Neil next, and he's starting to finalise the Black Ghost. A bit of a misnomer as the painting guide gives Humbrol 79 blue-grey as the overall finish. Still debating whether to use that or, as this is an entirely fictitious design, go for a more modern Russian splinter camo. Oh, do that one.
Yeah, do that.
Fuselage is complete bar glazing and undercarriage is going on. The rotor head is complete and just needs permanent attachment. Then the blades added. He's leaving the glaze in as he's asked Ravel if they had replacement decal sheet. Decal sheet, both to increase the finishing options and because it came with instrument panel and cockpit decals. Next step is the armament. That's a lovely shape, that. It's a lovely, scary shape.
Shish kebabs.
Shish kebabs.
Sorry.
And this is me, and the alien that I'm not going to call Paul.
Hey.
Please don't call it Paul.
Spliff.
It's yeah. It's not called Paul. I'm going to leave it up to the eldest daughter, and that could be quite dangerous. But it's a killer kit / creature features production.
Fucking hell.
I'm not 100% about scale, but it's big. A plethora of Tamiya LP paints, some Badger Minotaur paint thrown in, all sprayed with the fantabulous Apex airbrush, and it's still got, well, it did have a bunch to do when I posted this, but the skin's all done now. That's all, yeah. I just need to do his eyes, his base.
That's good. That's good.
I am quite impressed with how well it has actually come out for an idiot.
That's nice.
This one, I like the colour of this one as well. This is Tank Boy 76 next.
That's nice.
And he says he's just glued the interior of this 70 CUDA into the body. Many little pieces are left, but it looks like his desk will be clean come the start of the 80s build. This is the Revel kit, relatively new tooling, which has gone together very well. The purple is iridescent plum purple from Mission Models.
Nice.
With a polished clear coat.
Loving a bit of purple at the moment.
I was just about to say that bit there, to contrast with the black front cowl, bonnet, topped at wings and whatnot, looks really good. I like.
Very nice. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a lovely colour, and I like the contrast as well with the black. This is F27 packs next. He says, "Good evening, happy modelers." Nah. Here's another airliner, this time an Eastern Express 1144 Airbus A220 in delivery of Swiss Airlines. The main colour, one might say the only colour, is Tamiya TS26 Pure White. There are flashes of TS83 metallic silver on the leading edges and 9 different colours on the engine pods. Not that you'd notice. For an Eastern Express kit, this is not the worst he's made, but it's not saying very much. Hey, so from here, though, that looks
fine art.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Definitely got that down to fine art, hasn't he? Building
Definitely. Way better than what I could do. Although, every time I see a big white airliner, it makes me want to do one.
Well, you should do one.
Yeah, you should do one now.
No.
Do one.
Do one. I've got an A400 Grizzly that's going to stay in its box for a few more years yet.
Oh, nice.
This is Tomcat 64 next. He says he's just about finished off the crew for his 35th scale Tamiya Late Tiger 1. Paints have been predominantly Vallejo model colour and doing the camo pretty much sent in cross-eye. They've got a few more details to finish off before installation into the tank.
Yeah, camo's looking good.
I would say that camo's quite tricky to do at small scale.
Yeah,
Not
absolutely.
an easy thing to do, that.
Very nice.
He's a very camp commander, though, is he not?
Yeah.
He's
They
good.
all look rather happy.
I was going to say, and him with his hand in his pocket, he's delighted, him, isn't he?
Man, that was on the right, Alden.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He's ordered it. He's waiting for it to arrive.
Yeah.
And we will move to page 2. Shock and horror. This is Barry F1 fan, and he's working on the
nice.
now challenging Revell Corvette C7R in 1/25th scale. He's painted it in Tamiya X8 lemon yellow and X18 semi-gloss black over Tamiya fine grey surface primer. 2 small areas to fix, and then the decals will follow.
Ah.
It's a lovely looking yellow.
Very nice.
Yep.
This is Mr. Rocket Surgeon. He says, this week I've been slowly working on decaling his Platts M6 GT3. It's mostly done now with only a few small bits to go. It was a bit scared of the large decals as this is his first time decorating a race car model. But Paul's how-to videos and the ultimate decal solutions helped a lot. He used the extra strong solution for the M stripes and the carbon decals. This stuff is brilliant. Seriously, we can't recommend it enough. Cheers, Paul.
No worries.
He thought he'd snap a couple of pictures of the model before he goes ahead and destroys it all with a clear coat. Wish him luck.
He's done a good job there, decal.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, good luck. Who is that?
Doris, wasn't it?
That is Rocket Surgeon from Hungary.
Okay, mate. Well done.
Yep, first time decal. That looks well.
I'm
I'll
staggered.
send you my next one over today.
Staggered that we've got 2 pages on the forum this week. I'm quite shocked. Right, I need to do that. Come back here a moment and then mash a few more buttons. This is quite a ball ache compared to the old Google things. That be sharing yet?
It be.
It be sharing.
Aye.
Did you notice John could understand me because I spoke in his native Norfolk tongue?
It's not my native tongue.
You've been there that long now. You're a native.
No, well, yeah, but it's still my second language after English.
We're going to
But you
slide.
smell odd. You smell odd, and if you fit in, it's fine.
Oh,
Only
we're going to slide straight into Facebook now. The first one out the gate tonight on Faceache is Mr. Kieran Ryan, or Crayon as Tim would say.
Well,
And this is his Revell 124 scale Ferrari 360 Moderna. He's priming white primer to me at LP21 and PS13 for the clear all through the airbrush. Almost finished. He needed to repaint a wing mirror as he had a disaster putting it on the body. It was super. It was so focused on fitment issues with the rear bumper, completely forgot how to put the rear view mirror in and the mesh behind the air intake. Then to top it off, he had put the body upside down on some tissue paper and not realised there was a drop of super glue on it that got on the windscreen and roof. Bummer. Polished out the glue as best he could. Happy enough with it. On to the next one. That looks pretty good.
Good to me.
Yeah, good recovery.
Yep.
Let me just make my screen a little bit. There we go. This is Mr. John Boughton, however you want to pronounce it. He's finished his Darth Vader's ride from Bandai in 72nd scale. He's used smear paint and some blue iridescent taxidermy paint from Polytranspar.
Oh, get stuffed.
It's a premix lacquer that he misted over the solar panels. It gives a nice effect of real solar panels. Black 1 minute, rotate, and shifts blue light.
Nice.
It's quite cool.
That's good.
Oh, this is Mr. Jim Clark. This is a Tamiya 1/12 scale Ducati Panigale 1199. It's straight out of the box, painted with Tamiya and Alclad, clear coated in 02K, built as a gift for his neighbour.
Very nice, Jim.
It must not like
That's a nice one.
Yeah,
That's a cracking job.
nice job, Jim. Nice job.
This is Mr. Bill Matthews next. This is his first ship ever. It's a Revell 150th Black Pearl pirate ship. Mr. Surfacer 1500 black, Vallejo Model Air blacks, greys, and brown washers and pigments for the deck. Just something to sit with his movie stuff, trying to figure out what to do with the sails. He hates the plastic sails that come in the kit.
so you can buy pre-made sails for that kit because I did have looked it up. The only problem is you then got to make them look like they're not just bits of material that are then just hanging, and they look a bit odd. Try and have a go at painting the plastic ones and weathering them and try to give them a good effect, because what you get with the plastic ones is shape and form. What you get with the material ones is the reality that they're being material. You've got to try and blend. You've got to then try and blend the two, which is doable. I thought about putting the fabric ones over the original sails, covering it in white glue.
Well, I'm going to contradict you right away there, Tim.
Hey,
I'm going to contradict everything you just said there.
both.
I would not put sail on that. What I would actually do, because it's a static model, they would never have sails out on a static model. What they would have is they'd have them wrapped up on the beam, ready to go up.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah.
What I would possibly do is get some pillowcases, maybe cut them up, wrap them around the beams for where the sail would sit, and then make them like a dingy brownie colour, soak them in tea, whatever, but I would not put a sail on it as it's depicted as a static model. And putting sails on a static model that look like it's got wind blowing through it looks...
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, putting fabric on there, they just look like bits of fabric hanging, and they don't look...
Yes.
They don't.
Whereas I'd have them on the beam as though they're ready to be pulled up. You know what I mean? You can glue them, soak them in white glue, whatever. But I wouldn't. I'd definitely not have sails actually up and erected. I'd just have bits of cloth wrapped on the beam or stacked on the beam, however you want to do it.
Sometimes staying with the plastic, if you're going to want to do that, you've got staying with the plastics, then the better choice because it's got more shape.
Yes. If you were doing it, if you wanted the sails up, then have a go at that. But because for me, it's going to be a static model, and sails, yeah, they don't look the best on plastic ones, admittedly. So I just get some fabrics of some description and make my own pretend sails that just, you know, are either wrapped on the beam or...
What they're pretending to be, Dan?
They're pretending to be ghosts.
Oh, I can understand that.
Well, that's what I do, Bill. But it's your model. You model it however you like. But that's just my 2 penneth.
Is there any way that you can overlay the fabric on the plastic sails and spray it with something to give it rigidity?
If you put if you put some cling film over the plastic items, then put the fabric ones on top of that, and then white glue all of the fabric so they keep. So yes, you could get some shape into them.
Okay.
Then apply all the white glue. Hello spot. You then you could lose a bit of the fabric.
See, the other thing with using the sails is when you're doing your rigging, are the sails going to get in the way of the rigging? Or are you going to have to do the rigging, then attach the sails? Or are you going to just create yourself a massive headache that's going to stress you out? You're going to hold, smash, push, fall off, and then move on to something else. Do you know what I mean? You've got to... See, for me, I'd just, not build a ship for a start, but my 2 penneth would be just to get some material, darken it up to make it look old and wind worn, let's say, holes in. You can even, if you wanted, paint a skull and crossbones flag foot top, and you know, just have that flying, and then material stacked up on beams. But that's me. There's a few options for you, Bill. Crack on, lad. I do want to see pictures though
Of the ship as well.
Timothy.
Sorry.
Mr. Charles Stellini next.
I was muted, and I couldn't get on mute quick enough to say that.
He's finished his 48th scale hobby boss. Raphael C. is primed it with AK enamel grey primer and painted with Tamiya XF1 flat black. Fit was excellent, except for the canopy glass, which went in a bit too tight. Overall, a great kit.
Nice.
I like that.
Looks good.
Good looking plane.
Oh, I like this one.
Oh,
this is Mr. Luke Carswell. And he says, so this week is finished the Revell 48th scale Phantom FGR2. Hang on, what can we see in that mirror? It added the Edward PE cockpit set, which improved the detail no end, all primed in UMP grey. He's painted it in Tamiya LP7, XF83, and XF53. And Aqueous 338 gloss coats are Winsor & Newton acrylic, all sprayed through his apex, and he's done the weathering with UMP dark dirt and concrete washers. Happy Friday and happy modelling.
nice one, Luke.
I like the red tail, Timothy.
What?
You were thinking it. This is Mr. Matthew Dillon next. He says, finally back to building after a death in the family. Sorry about that. And another family emergency. He's been working on this AMT 125th scale 1970 Dodge Coronet in Splash Sublime Green. He's added fuel and brake lines and some other suspension parts. He's also gotten the engine about 80% done. It will add the carburetors and throttle linkage and fuel lines to the carbs next. And he will finish the ignition once the engine is mounted in the car. And he's missed building for the last 5 weeks, but he's glad to be back at the bench.
Good to see you back.
Lovely colour. Looks like Kermit's wife bag.
Yeah.
This is Mr. Dave Hill. I quite like this as well. This is supposed to be a good little kit. He's completed the Edward 1/48 scale Polycarpov. Is that an I-16?
Yeah, good little kit there. I haven't built that one. I built a 30-second scale.
It features UMP grey primer, Vallejo model air paint, MIG panel line wash, and MIG oil brushes. It was mainly built out of the box with kit photo etch, mostly in the cockpit, the kit decals and kit masks. It did add scratch-built landing gear and cockpit wires. His Russian is not too good. The slogan either reads "Stalin is great" or "Stalling is not great." Have a fantastic weekend. Oh dear. Either one, not great.
Stalling is quite likely.
But I've got to say, I do like the green. I've got to say.
Some nice weathering there as well.
Yeah, I've got to say that's a really nice green. This is Mr. Ola Hansen next. And this is a Tamiya 1/24 scale Mercedes 300 SL. It's a great kit so far.
That's a lot of roll cage.
This is Mr. Ludwig. This is Ludwig.
Hang on. That's not a roll cage, it's the car.
That's the actual chassis.
It's a space. It's a tubular chassis.
Is that the one with the gull-wing doors?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Because there's no strength in that roof. Yes.
That frame doesn't go into the roof.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's got all that frame, because there's no strength in the roof.
It's all right, Dan. You've confused Tim now.
No. This is Ludwig. I'm not going to even butcher your second name because that's just wrong. And he says he's nearly finished with his 1/24 scale Outlaw Ferrari 348 TB from Fujimi. Both bumpers are from the 355 and had to be shortened. The rear diffuser and wheels are from the 430. The rear panel with the taillights was removed and replaced with mesh, and the exhaust tips were replaced and passed through the new mesh/grill. It is primed in UMP grey primer. Base coat is Zero Paint Audi Nardo grey. The wheels are painted with Zero Paint black gold. The clear coat is 2K Gravity Color Spain, and he only has to apply the last missing part, the rear prancing horse, in chrome/silver, like on the front bumper. I quite like that colour.
That's a good job of mixing all them parts together.
I want to say he must have had his work cut out really to do all that.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Talk to yourself.
Nearly a swear word.
I know they put the car body in, put the glass in.
Oh!
And it's clipped in. That was really interesting.
That would have been a terrible mistake.
Yeah, very nearly.
Mr. Wayne Coulter next. And this is Revol's 48th scale F-18E Super Hornet. He's armed it with Hasegawa, GBU 12, GBU 16, and GBU 24.
Nice.
That's a lot of fun.
What?
Ooh, this is quite nice. I like this one. This is Mr. Patrick Kennedy. He's just finished the Protar 1/12 scale Alfa Romeo 179C 1981 F1 car driven by Mario. I'm guessing that's Andretti.
Yep.
Rather than Super.
I wouldn't say Luigi were in one of McLaren's.
Yeah, Luigi's one was green and white.
This was a challenging kit, but steady nerves and patience helped a lot. There are a lot of screws, and unlike a Tamiya 1/12 scale kit, the removal of the body panels to see the detail requires removing many very tiny straight slotted screws. The paint is Tamiya TS Sprays, TS26 Gloss White, TS36 fluorescent red over Tamiya primer to cover the fluorescent red plastic body panels. TS13 clear final coat. The wheels are done with TS14 gloss black base with TS83 metallic silver. It is a pretty solid kit when finished. Try the TS83 and 84 if you can. They create a nice finish but are a little pricey.
Yeah, they are nice paints.
That looks really good though. I really like that.
On Pat joined the hangout today for the first time.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, spot on. Nice guy, friend of Don's.
Oh right, yeah. Cool story, bro. This is Mr. Wayne Hall next. Wow, so far I've got about 5 that's my top 3. This is Mr. Wayne Hall next.
How does that work?
I don't know, but yeah, the maths work, trust me. This week he's finished his Meng 148 F35A. He's primed in UMP, mass using the Galaxy masking set and painted in MIG ammo colours. Tamiya clear paints used for the cockpit glass. Added extras are an Edward Big Ed set, Meng, JDAM's Hasegawa GBU-10, and Edward Brassin AIM 9X missiles.
Very cool.
That does look good.
That's nice.
That does look good. Oh, this is Bobby Booby. This is Mr. Antonio Rillo next.
Yeah.
And this is his P47D in 148 scale. It's a Italieri Reeboks of the Academy kit. He's done a really good job of that.
He's made it look lovely.
He's used Tamiya LP28 and LP12, Mr. Hobby Surfacer 1500 black. All the decals are done. He went for the Brazilian Air Force during World War II. So many jokes. Decals needed something strong, so UMP setting solution extra strong was used. It's simple kit and goes together okay.
Superb.
Very nice.
Yeah, I do like that. It looks good. This is Mr. Robert Cookson. Oh, look at this one and all this one.
That's nice. Yeah.
That's really nice.
Beautiful. From the box, apart from a couple of chains, it's Tackham's 1/35 scale Whippet. No, he bloody bought it. He's finished it in Tamiya acrylics, hairspray chipping with some AK filters, oil paints, and MIG powders for weathering, and he's just started on a couple of figures to go with it.
That's really nice.
That is spectacular.
Yep.
I've got to say that's really, 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 really nice. This goes to Mr. Stuart Avery. This is his Revell 1/400 scale USS Dallas. It's a great little kit, and I'm extremely pleased with the weathering using MIG rain effects and matted down with a matte coat using Winsor & Newton's matte varnish. Happy modelling, everyone, and have a great weekend.
Nice one, Stu.
Nice.
Yeah, looking good.
That does look pretty good, I've got to say. He's getting better at this modelling malarkey, you know, still. This is Mr. Charles Stanhope next. And he says he's not posted for a little while, but completed this 48 scale trumpeter MiG-19 of the East German Air Force. He's painted it using UMP black primer and Vallejo Model Air paints. Soviet/Russian colours. Cold War, silver darts, 1950 to 1980. It's a nice kit despite its age. See what he's done there. This is Mr. Caleb Harris next, and this is a Airfix 148 scale Dam Busters Lancaster. Lacks details, decals and weathering. It's his second build since getting back into modelling in about 40 years.
Nice.
He's definitely not forgot how to paint, definitely. That looks bang on.
That's good, good. Nice.
Ooh. This is Mr. Don Williams next. This is a 1/24 scale monogram Quaker State Buick driven by Ricky Wood.
Looking good.
The engine is fully detailed. The paint is Stynal Res Black, Auto Air Aluminium base course, Createx Transparent Forest Green, Createx White Pearl, Auto Air Quicksilver Chrome, and hang on, Axo Noble 8100 2K Clear, all shot with his Pash Talon and Pash H. And he hopes you all have a great weekend.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice work done.
Good. I like that green. It's a lovely green, that.
Yeah.
I like this one as well, but it's still in pieces. But this is Mr. John McIntyre next. This is a AMT 3300th scale Star Trek Deep Space Nine Terek Nor.
Still quite big, isn't it?
That's massive for a stupid scale.
It's still got upside.
It is a massive space station.
Yeah, I know.
To be fair, it is, yeah.
I've always seen the model of that, and I thought, oh, yeah, I never thought it was actually that big once you get out of the box.
Could you imagine in 1/72nd?
Oh,
Yeah, I live in it.
That would be quite funny. But he has the main sub-assemblies put together and sanding seams. He's getting ready for primer, and he thinks he'll be working on this one for a while. Maybe.
Lovely. This
is Mr. Mark Evans next. And he's got more progress on his Adolf Galland 1/10 bust from Mitch's military models. Most of the base colours blocked in. Then next crack open the oils and have a great weekend.
That's coming on well.
I was going to say it looks a bit like Groucho Marx, but I'm not going to say that. I'm going to click the X and I'm going to move on.
Wow.
Mr. Chris Stover is next, and I quite like this one as well. This is his ongoing project. He's working on the Hobby Boss 1/35th scale M1070 truck and M1000 trailer, and the Tamiya 1/35th scale M1A2 Abrams Tusk Duke. He's working on the Abrams that will go on the trailer. Still have to build the trailer. The truck is painted with Tamiya paint. Still have the weathering to do on it.
Very nice.
Very good.
That's going to be a beast.
a lot of work back kit.
Yeah.
This is Mr. Adam Lavender next.
Well, that's nice.
Very nice, that, isn't it? And he's finished this Revell 1/25th scale Corvette C7R with 2020 livery, pictured with the 2015 Le Mans number 63.
cool. It's last year, the C7R.
Yeah, I like the colour as well that he's got that one.
Yeah.
Mr. Darrell E. Masters next. 2 projects on the go. Tamiya 35th scale Type 16, primed in UMP grey and base coater. He's waiting for a metal barrel to arrive. Has made a sorry state of drilling the muzzle. And the Tamiya 35th scale Merkava. Early days for both.
Good stuff.
Good.
Looks like he's going to war in his house. Mr. John Birch next, and this is Airfix 72nd scale Dambuster Lancaster.
Nice one.
Cool.
Oh, Tony, choose his shoes off.
All right, up.
No.
He says, good evening, everyone. Well, he doesn't say it like that. He says it like in Scottish, but... This is his Tamiya 24 scale Toyota Corolla WRC. Is primed with UMP white primer. Main colour is a mix of Tamiya X4 and X2. About 70% is mixed in. Decals are from Reggie. They went down very well with UMP decal setting solutions. Apart from one up back. 2K clear was you, Paul, as Mr. John Sharp pointed out.
All went down well, just, you know.
Put through its trusted apex and polished with polishing stuff and waxed with wax stuff. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Nice one, Nibbles.
I like that.
Nice.
Good. Yeah, it does look good, that. I've got to say. It does look good.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Digby James next. He says, trust you're all doing well. I'm away right now. His father is in ICU battling lung cancer. Fingers crossed. Pneumonia and complications from his treatment. Wow. Needless to say, it's been a trying time. He shares this as an encouragement to everyone that a hobby is more than just time spent at the bench. It is great therapy too. So too as this group. Here is his progress on his Academy 148 S27 Flanker B. The paint is a combination of airbrush and dry brush. The paint, aka interactive. 2301 Cockpit Turquoise, Vallejo Model Air Flanker Grey, Italieri FS 30450, whatever colour that is. Near XF7 Flat Red. As always, thanks for taking a look. Have an amazing live show and a great weekend.
Good start, mate.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah. It's good.
Nice.
This is Mr. Peter Ritchie, and he's finished spraying the 2 sorts for his 1/100th Turn Red Gundam ashtray. It doesn't say ashtray, but that's how it comes out in my head. And he's now working on detailing all primed in UMP grey primer and painted with Tamiya acrylics.
I thought they were
I like that.
That's going to look amazing. I do like a Gundam. Yeah. I don't like building them, but I do like a Gundam. Mr. Michael Benjamin Mitchell next. He says he's got started on the helmet. His 1/9 scale SQ pencil. I can't say helmet. Oh dear. Oh, childish. Anyway, he did have a little mishap with one of the rivets on the helmet, but quickly replaced it using a 5-second fix resin pen and stretch sprue to get the right size drop onto the helmet to represent the rivet, and cured it with the supplied UV light. It looks pretty close to the kit supplied rivets. On top of that, he also drilled out the vent holes in ventish looking bits over the rivets. The holes go through on the real helmet. Anyways, he's going to prime it in UMP black primer before he goes in with the field grey colour.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Very nice helmet.
I'll tell you a little secret. When I first seen this picture, I thought it was laid at the back of it and they were his legs. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought about it like that. But when on first glance, I was tired at the time when I first looked at it.
Yeah.
Why is he taking a picture with his legs in the background? And then
You had other things in mind.
then when you look at it for the second time, you think, oh no, it's his hand. Right, I've got to be like a DJ on this next one because it's. I suspect Roger had a slight brain fart when he was posting, and his words are there, but his picture's quite far down. I'm going to persevere with it, and this is Mr. Roger Stronham. He's working on his first car. It's a Tamiya 124 scale 911 turbo. He's watched all of Paul's great videos and sanded primer smooth, wiped over with thinner but forgot to tack cloth it, consequently loads of dust. I've sanded back the Tamiya LP21 without any loss of colour, so hoping a clear coat will suffice. We'll do all the SG black first and then give it a few coats of aqua gloss. Many thanks for all the excellent videos, all done very well and with a sense of humour. He cannot watch tonight, but we'll watch on YouTube first thing in the morning, and he can't upload a photo. We'll try later. Sent from phone, 2 items down. Yeah. So I'm going to fly down, and this is his Porsche. And it's quite nice colour, actually.
Did a good job.
And I like the interior. Yeah. The interior looks bang on, too.
Yep. That's cool.
Top job.
Yeah, it's nice.
So we'll just go back up a little bit, and we'll go to this next looking one here. From Mr. Paul Bertland. This is to me a 24 scale Nissan R35 GTR. It's a really nice kit. Went together like a dream. Defo picked the right colour from Gravity Spain too. It looks superb. To me, a 124th Nissan R35 GTR hobby design detail upset, primed in ultimate modelling grey primer. painted in Gravity Spain Katsura Orange. Pardon me, cleared in Gravity Spain 2K clear coat, wheels painted in Tamiya LP19 and polished with micro mesh and polish and wax.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Definitely found your groove at minute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You think that was real, wouldn't you?
cars.
This past fortnight, that one and that Sierra Cozzy and the Escort Cozzy, wow. It has just been really,
Swear
really.
that was real, man. You really would.
You would.
So that
Once
the
you've got-
Almost looks like the RC one.
Mr. Simon Shorey next. This
Oh,
is
that's nice.
Tamiya's 124 scale Mercedes AMG GT3, zero primer, zero gunmetal. I read it first and then decided, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And zero matte clear coat. Doing this one out of the box, and has used the matte clear coat for the first time to protect the base coat, and I have to say it looks great. Nearly finished now, some final glue, then decals, then done. And he's not clearing over the decals as he wants to keep their shine.
All right.
Wow.
I think he's going to do it then like a race car that's had the livery put on after. But I do like the colour,
Like
though.
that.
I do like the colour on the
Lovely
back.
colour, isn't it?
Yeah, lovely colour, that.
Beautiful shaped car, that thing.
Yeah, it is, yeah. This is Mr. David Yo. Yo! That's a bad joke. He says, hi, all. Finished this last week. It's Tamiya's 24 scale Porsche 911 GT1. Great kit, went together well. Only problem was some of the decals disintegrated, so I had to buy a new sheet. One sheet. Painted with UMP primer, zero paints white, and clear coated with Gravity Spain 2K. Have a good weekend, all.
That's
That's nice.
Oh, anyway, that's lovely.
Yeah, that looks.
We weren't the only person had trouble with doing those decals.
I think everybody does it, doesn't?
Yeah. Oh, Mr. John Stone. I like this one as well.
Oh,
He says, greetings once again, slaves to the plastic. Here then, the completed Trumpeter 116th King Tiger, number 100, commanded by SS somebody or other. During the Battle of Berlin in 1945, it's primed it with oxide red, painted with Tamiya paint. Certainly not to the standard of other more prominent King Tiger modelers, but she is mine. I think she looks great. We model on.
Cracking job,
I
man.
think it looks great too.
You just don't get an impression of scale from that, but it's
I was going to say that.
huge.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that was massive, would you?
No, it is.
I
It's
think, John could have put his legs in the background. It would have looked like a hand.
huge. Yeah.
I'm going to say nothing. I'm going to move on to Mr. Norman Dennison. He says, more work on the Meng 35th Merkava Mark IV. Most of the small parts are now fitted, and more work on the tracks. With luck, he'll have these finished tonight.
Excellent.
Hey.
Is that
Looking good, little bro.
is that blue thing the jig that you're on about earlier, Norm?
Yeah, it's good bit of equipment, actually. Very helpful.
If you build tracks a lot, then yes.
Yeah, if you build a lot of armor stuff, yeah, it's worth the investment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Useful.
for these sort of tracks, it's been a godsend.
Hey. You could have drove yourself bonkers.
Oh,
This is Mr. Daniel Blair next, or Rancher Dan, or Mr. Dan, or we're not going to call him no names. This is 1965 AMT Chevelle wagon or estate car for his UK brethren in 24th scale. It's painted in Tamiya primer grey base and topped off with Tamiya light green and Model Master clear. Used both kit provided and aftermarket decals. Built the drag car version with the Fat Daddy slicks in the rear and added spark plug lights. God, my 12-year-old brain's just come kicking my ass tonight. It's added spark plug wires. This is a typical AMT kit. Trash, but a good concept, and using the 5-foot rule can be a nice display piece.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool. Nice colour.
Nice work.
Another Dan now is Mr. Dan Edmonds. He says, good evening, Dan. Evening, Dan. This week he's been working on his 124 scale Aoshima Greedy Rocket Bunny, Toyota 86. The bodywork and chassis are pretty much done. Just got the interior, glass spoiler, and other odds and sods to do. UMP primers, Gelb for the body, 0 paints, Toyota Lightning Red. Pro Range 2K, Tamiya LP paints, Micro Mesh, Novus polish, and Tamiya wax. UMP Apex with both the 0.2 and 0.35 needle sets. Have a great show and a wonderful weekend, everybody.
Nice one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
A very nice read that. And the very last one of the evening, thank Christ, is Mr. Adam Challenger. He says, evening everyone. Have 3 builds on the go at the minute. First one is a 24 scale Tamiya Supra on the bench. Been inspired by Paul's conversion to the streetcar, but not a fan of the bonnet, so spent most of last night carrying out some surgery, removing it. Away from Tuesday for 3 weeks. Git. So not much happening for a while. Have a great weekend.
Nice one.
Yeah, nice
Nice
one.
one.
I hope you get dust on them all.
Is it worth putting the timer on?
I don't think he'll get through it, but anyway.
No, I don't. I think the 5 minutes is going to be way too short. But we'll have a bash.
Right.
I'm going to be scribbling furiously.
I'm going to say your poor pencil, or make sure you're using something that's got plenty of lead in it.
Mm.
Every confidence in you, Dan. Oh my God, he's not going to do it.
So we're going to give you 5 minutes now to pick your favourite build. So Dan's going to try and do a recap as quick as he can, while you lot pick your favourite build of the week, 2 weeks. And John will make a note, and the build of the most votes wins a £10 UMP voucher. When you ready, boys?
Before we start, make my life hard. Everyone vote.
Yeah. More votes, the better it is.
Yeah.
Are you ready, boys?
Yeah.
Ready?
We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Cast your votes. Start your recap.
This is Caleb B with his 35th scale Tamiya SU-122. We have Mr. One Mac with his 48th scale Trumpeter F106A Delta Dart. We have Hawk Moon with his Tamiya McLaren MP4-4, I'm guessing. Paul with his Tamiya 24 scale Ford Sierra RS Cosworth. We have Mr. Ranger Neil with his Black Ghost from somebody. We have My Alien, not Paul. Tank Boy 76 with his 70 Cuda from Revell in, I'm guessing, 24th or 25th scale being Revell. F27 Pax with his Eastern Express 1144th Airbus A220. We have Tomcat 64 with his figures for his 35th Tamiya Tiger Late 1. No, Late Tiger 1. Yeah, one or other. His tank. Barry F1 fan with his Revell Corvette C7i 25th scale. We have Rocket Surgeon with his Platts M6 GT3. Quick, stop. Got to go back there. I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking.
3 minutes 40.
Is that back sharing again?
Yeah, no, Norm's still got it. Yep, there you go.
We have Kieran Ryan with his Revell 24 scale Ferrari 360 Modena. We have Mr. John Booten with his Darth Vader's ride from Bandai 72nd scale. We have Jim Clark with the 112 scale Tamiya Panigale 1199. We have Bill Matthews with his 150th Revell Black Pearl pirate ship. We have Charles Stalina with his 48 scale Hobby Boss raffle. Luke Carswell I know. Luke Carswell with his Revell 48 scale Phantom FGR2. Mr. Matthew Dillon with his AMT 70 Dodge Coronet in 25th scale. We have Dave Hill with his 48 scale Polycarpov I-16. That one for me, please, John. Dave Hill and his Polycarpov.
Yep, got that.
Ola Hansen with his 24 scale Tamiya Mercedes 300 SL. We have Ludwig with his 24 scale Outlaw Ferrari from Fujimi. We have Mr. Wayne Coulter with his.
Oh, sorry, go on. I was going to say, can I have my vote on the Ferrari, please?
Ludwig.
Yeah, Ludwig's Ferrari.
We have Mr. Wayne Coulter with his Revell 48 scale F18E Super Hornet. We have Mr. Patrick Kennedy with his Protar 112 scale Alfa Romeo 179C. We have Mr. Wayne Hall with his Meng 48 scale F35A. We have Mr. Antonio Rillo with his P47D and 48 scale from Italieri / Academy. Mr. Robert Cookson with his Tacom 35th scale Whippet.
For me, John, that one, please.
Yeah, and me, please.
And me.
Robert Cookson.
Yeah.
Mr. Stuart Taylor with the Revell 1400th USS Dallas. Mr. Charles Stanhope with his 48 scale Trumpeter MiG-19. Mr. Caleb Harris with his Airfix 48 scale Dambusters Lancaster. Mr. Don Williams with his 24th scale monogram Quaker State Buick. We have John McIntyre with his AMT 3300 scale Deep Space Nine Eric Knorr. Mr. Mark Evans with his Adolf Galland in 1/10th scale. We have Mr. Chris Stover with his Abrams Tusk 2 in 35th scale and his 35th scale M1070. Mr. Adam Lavender with his Revell 25th scale Corvette C7R. Mr. Darrell E. Masters with his 35th scale Type 16 and a 35th scale Merkava, both Tamiya. John Birch with his Airfix 72nd Lancaster. Tony chooses shoes off with his Tamiya 24 scale Toyota Corolla WRC. Mr. Digsby James with his Cockpit 4A Academy 48 scale S27 Flanker B. Mr. Peter Ritchie with his two swords for his 1/100th scale Gundam Astri. Michael Benjamin Mitchell with his helmet for his 1/9 scale Grenadier. Mr. Roger Stronham with his Tamiya 124th scale 911 Turbo, which is further down. Paul with his 24th scale Tamiya Nissan car. Oh, there are a few more missing, but you get the picture.
Nice,
Darby.
Oh my God.
Yes, Sam.
John, put me down for Pat Kennedy's Alfa Romeo, would you?
Okie dokie.
179C.
And can you put me down for Robert Cookson's Whippet, please?
Okie dokie.
Wow.
There's a hell of a lot there that could win that.
Yeah. I mean, for my top three, I've got about 10. And it would just, that Polikarpov just took it for me, I think.
Yeah,
Well done, man. Get through that.
Yeah,
well,
well,
kind of reflects that. It's spread out quite a bit. So, has everyone live had a vote?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yep.
Right. So, in a tie for third place, we have Luke's Phantom, Caleb's 122, and Banana Man's King Tiger. In second place is Pat's F1 Alpha, and in first place is Robert Cookson with the Whippet.
Wow.
Well done.
Cool.
Well done, everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
well done,
well
Dan.
done,
as
everyone.
Well done, Dan.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Still think,
Standard order.
I still think that Sierra should have won. Right, is it Robert? Is it, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Robert, there's an email address in the description of the video, ismprizeclaim@gmail.com. You need to register on the UMP retail site, and as me and Lee found out this week, you also need to click allow marketing, or else we can't send you the voucher. We're the right merch trying to send some vouchers out. And I will email me on that email address with the email you used to register, and I will get you our voucher via email to your account ASAP. That's it. Simple as that.
Nice
well done, everyone. Excellent work.
I want to say there was some cracking build.
Really good work.
Cracking.
Yeah, lovely. Good stuff.
So, we'll get back to the bits of chat that happened while that was going on. Caleb saying thanks. He's actually just got the UMP whitewashing. He's going to try it on a T34.
Good man.
Amanullah Noma says evening all.
Who?
Amanullah Noma.
I'm glad you're saying that.
Well, it's the Amanol then repeated backwards. So Anti Calpi said, or Anti, sorry, pronounce my T's. Says cheers, all greetings from Northern Finland. Shazza is saying, Paul, do you mix your micro balloons in with the paint?
No, mate.
There you go.
Put your nail down first and then
Rink them on and
move the excess.
Cool.
RV mate saying good morning from New Zealand. Great to join in.
Straight.
Good day.
Don't say
No.
true if it's New Zealand.
Same thing, Paul. Same thing. Joking.
Wow, you're going to incur the wrath of the Southern Hemisphere, Timothy.
Yep.
Things have started the Second War of the Pacific.
Watch out for
It'd be very, Tim, it'd be very Pacific.
Georgie VS100 says nice. Can't remember what about, but there we go.
Thank you.
Andy says whatever it was looks great to him. Sky Shark says just put a Johnson outboard on the boat and there you go.
Gotcha.
Stu says thanks for the feedback and thank you, Dan. And Drew has the Deep Space Nine kit with the lights in the stash.
Nice.
What do I do now?
And then we have the general congratulations to people afterwards. And Chunk going, no, it's not the same thing, Tim.
Yeah.
No, one lot of kangaroo botherers, the other lot of sheep botherers.
God.
Thank you for pointing that out, Sharpie. Thank you.
Can I just state that the views held here are not held by myself at home?
That seems to be a reoccurring thing each week now, Paul, doesn't it?
First done it with you, though.
Whatever they're saying, I don't believe.
Son of a nutcracker.
Sweet.
Yeah, Jesus.
Dev1 UK says, hi all, what the F am I watching here, please? You're watching a modelling show. Proper modelling.
Well,
Around in clothes.
kind of.
People cutting their fingers and gluing their heads to the bench kind of modelling.
That's just me on a Friday.
All right, I'm going to.
Do you want a Monday?
I shall be back.
Might get to me any day, I suppose.
There's Lee Beggs there saying Sago to all from the Tyendinaga Mohawk territory.
Bless you.
I nearly said Ticonderoga, but that's something completely different. And Caleb can't wait for the late WW2GB later this year. Can't decide between a T44 or an IS2.
Both.
Do both.
44.
Do both.
You've got 3 months. You can easily do 2 in 3 months.
And what's a T44?
Yeah. Well, yeah, was T44 World War II or was it just after?
No, it was late war, wasn't it?
I didn't think T44 during the
Very late war, yeah.
I think T44 was during the World War II, wasn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah. Designed and built in 44, used in 45, I believe.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, so basically made it to Berlin in time for the parade,
Yeah.
like the IS-3.
And if one thing's the Russians do well, it's a parade.
Oh, yeah, brilliant at parading. Yeah, they taught the North Koreans everything they know. Daniel Blair's going to stop at the office furniture store and shop for a modeller's workspace chair in a bit. finally going to get in a spot to call his own.
Might need to get that made done.
Mm.
Dan can sort you out with some scaffolding. Michael Mitchell says, "Man, I've only cut my fingertip off once."
Well, I've done it loads of times. Don't worry about it.
Professional.
No. Also, I was a surgeon with an anesthetic.
T800. Lee's asking, what are you working on, Al?
It's the H1Z. It's the Academy one, 35th one. Brilliant.
The spinny blade thing.
Yep.
Faggot Cole is asking, what's the best metallic paint for as close to a mirror finish as possible?
Molotov.
Yeah, Molotov chrome probably. If you really want that kind of mirror finish, you're probably best off going bare metal foil. Depending on what you're doing. The problem with most, if not all, the chrome type paints is they're not very robust finishes. Caleb said, it was around April 45 when the T-44 first saw action.
Yeah.
And Lee's looking for a new computer, but undecided whether to go PC or Mac.
Yeah. PC, definitely.
Oh. Interesting theory there, Mr. B.
Mm-hmm.
I think, Lee, if you're using it all the time and you're not switching, then go with a Mac. Yeah, I had a Mac and I liked it a lot, but I just found transitioning between Windows-based at work and at home. So I went back to Windows, but you won't go wrong with a Mac. They're great machines.
You can, of course, put Windows on a Mac, so should you
Don't
so
tell him that now, Al. Don't tell him that now.
Cheers, Al.
No problem, mate. No problem.
Happy to help. Need a badge.
Ooh, I'm getting a badge.
And a lolly.
Oh.
Michael Mitchell says chrome silver makes a good mirror finish. I've not tried that one. Speedy Birdie is saying, how long do we have to wait for a Tamiya X22 clear to drive before it can start to decal the model? I'd probably wait overnight.
Yeah,
depending on how you put it on. And Lee wants to know which one would be the best for 3D printing out of the PC or Mac.
I think you need a 3D printer for that, mate.
Yeah, your PC won't do that, mate.
No.
Dan Blair is saying, I'm sure the Office Depot has a nice selection of chairs capable of handling my girth.
Aye.
Yeah, Caleb saying he spotted me commenting on one of Jingle's posts the other day. Yep. You'll see Luke there as well sometimes, although more regularly on Rita's posts.
She likes tanks.
She's a sultry Portuguese lady that likes tanks, so, you know, what can we say? Yeah, the usual argument breaking out in the chat over PC or Mac.
Mm-hmm.
Get one that works. Ask the wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ask the wife, and then you haven't made a bad mistake. If she doesn't like it.
People that like Macs just ones that can't afford them, so. You slate away, boys. Slate away.
Peasants. No.
Oh, no.
Easy, God.
Oh. Don't worry, Michael. I'm taken. I'm not after Rita. I'm too young for her. Only by like 2 years, I think. But you know, I haven't got a big bushy grey beard yet either.
You're not Geordie neither.
No, well, I mean, come on, Jingles is the least Geordie I've ever heard. Yeah, as Caleb says, Rita's a dream woman. And John Paul says, hi all.
Hello, Paul.
And everyone who doesn't know who Jingles and Rita are going, what the hell are those guys talking about? We're talking about people who have a cat named after a Japanese destroyer.
What? Sunk.
Rusty.
Torpedoed. Yeah, and I'm not the overlord of the salt mines. No. I'm also not a gnome.
Oh, you're a real person, John.
Wow.
Sort of.
Kinda.
Well, I look vaguely human on occasion. Chunks above you in Chatley. Okay, so I don't even know how to spell that cat's name, to be honest. As Michael put, it's spelled like it sounds.
Al, do you want to do questions for the crew?
Yeah, can do.
Go on then, mate.
Just let me get round and swap things and stuff and that.
Story time with Uncle Al.
Be there and
in the beginning.
Very shortly, really.
Sorry, there, just having to organise and stuff being a little bit in the way.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, Michael, I'm more Sasquatch than gnome.
Okay. Questions for the crew over a 2-week period. First off is Cesar Muniz. Says, hello, I'm curious to know how many of you do modelling as a full-time activity, either doing it for a living or being already retired.
Yes.
How many have a full-time job? And for those, how much time do you manage to dedicate to the hobby?
Well, I retired 20 odd years ago. It's a hobby to me. It keeps me sane. You get to talk to these guys every day, which is great.
Yeah.
So it's like everything else. You can only, commit as many hours you can. Because me, I don't work, so it's great. I can just do what I want. Lately, I haven't had the chance, but I probably spend 4 or 5 hours in here during the day, and then a couple of hours at night time.
Mm-hmm.
When I can.
Yeah, pretty much the same as Sam.
God knows how long I'm in here for.
Yeah, I think I'm in here quite a lot.
5, 10, 11, 12 hours a day.
Yeah, probably are.
For me, I work full time, work shifts, long shifts. So some weeks I'll be in here every day, 12, 13, 14 hours. And then other weeks I won't get to the bench at all. But I would say an average month I probably spend at least 20 to 30 hours a week at the bench. And the reason I do that is because with everyone else, it stops me losing my mind. And I'm very lucky that I have family and partner and everything that understands that. And they know that I'm happier when I'm here or spending time here than if I was away doing other stuff. Then, it wouldn't end well. So,
As your partner knows, she knows where you are when you're in here doing this.
Yeah.
Exactly. On my days off, other than walking the dog and doing normal routine things, I don't do anything. I don't go out socializing at all, really, unless it's with family. But I spend all my time in here with these guys. This is my social circle.
Yeah.
You've not seen Luke's bench update? Go and watch it. Well, his modelling journey update.
Yeah.
Go and watch it.
It's a good little watch.
It'll put you right to sleep.
Are you watching it, Tim?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did watch it. I watched it this morning. Thank you very much.
Oh, God.
And then fell asleep and was late for work.
Yeah. Because I explained to my boss, he watched a little 5 minutes of it, and he I can understand why.
No, Tim watched it at work. That's why he didn't do anything all day.
No, there's another reason I didn't do anything all day, but we're not getting to that.
As for me, hours-wise, maybe 10 hours a week at the moment. No, it could be more, but because I'm not working at the moment. But when I find another job, then it'll be probably maybe 10 hours a week. But
It won't change much.
it won't change much. It just means I'll spend less time watching YouTube and sleeping on the sofa.
Oh, that's so much fun.
A lump on the throat now.
But all the Tinky Winkies away on.
Pardon? The less I know about John's Tinky Winky, the better.
Good point.
Absolutely.
My ding-a-ling.
I think the full-time employees here are Luke, Tim, and Dan.
Well, it technically is my job,
Yeah.
but definitely not full time.
Yeah, and maybe not class it as a job, so that's it. Okay, question 2 from Simon Reed. How do you guys rate pre-shading, post-shading, black basing, and modeling? Is there a technique you prefer to use? And when, in your opinion, is it better to use one technique over the other? So which one's best for each person?
I prefer post shading and mottling personally.
I think it's got a lot to do with the actual subject you're doing. It's what type of weathering the original aircraft has as well. You've got always
especially the subject, bro. I think it's mostly down what works for you.
Yeah.
If you get a technique and you like it, and you're thinking that if it works for you, do it.
So for me, let's say an aircraft with the underside being that much lighter, I'll probably black base model the underside. But if the top side's got, say, a 2 or 3 color camo or something like that, then I'll just post fade and shade it. Because by the time you spray that second camo color on, there's no way you're going to see any pre-shading or modeling. Tank-wise, I just spray and green.
Good enough. I think for me, it depends on the aircraft. Obviously, I'm just aircraft only, really. But I tend to black base the lower surface, and then go into the post shading, and just all the oils and whatever after that. But on the top surface, I throw everything at it. I'll black base, I'll pre-shade, I'll post shade, and just everything I can.
You keep going until it looks correct, don't you?
Yeah.
Or it looks so wrong you throw it in the bin.
Yeah, that's right. Or set fire to.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's about it. But some aircraft like the 106 I'm doing there is it's a glossy, clean aircraft. So I opted for the post shading, and I lightened up all the panels in the middle, which kind of left the panel lines slightly darker. So that was it.
I think. Go on,
Yeah,
Tim.
Lee's asking what your channel is, Luke. So if you stick a comment in the chat, you
Yeah.
can then click on your avatar and go to your channel.
So I found you can do a bit of post shading in certain areas because doing the whole paint as a post shading can sometimes look a bit like a checkerboard, so that doesn't look right. So you can do a bit of pre shading in some areas, then you can do some mottling in some other areas, and then you can put your paint down. So it's got a varied type of finish. And then if some areas are too much or too little, you can then start going post shading and add mottling in a game as well, post shading style. So yeah, don't fix yourself to going right. I'm only gonna do this because you might get to the end of it and go, oh, I could have done that. Just stop halfway through, look at what you're doing. Does it look how you want it to look? Is it looking the right way? And if it's not, change your style halfway through. It doesn't matter.
I think for me, I was always very reticent to do post shading.
That's too big a word in here for us like that.
What does that mean?
It means I was scared of it.
Oh, fair enough.
Because you get the base color down, and then you're going to go back in and change it. But with practice, you get some really good results post shading. But it just takes time and practice to have that airbrush control. And yeah, once I got the confidence, I like to post shade now. I don't build many aircraft, but with armor certainly I post shade everything. I don't pre-shade armor.
I think if I'm pre-shading, I always go lighter than the sort of black that most people use. I'd use a dark grey or something. Because I just the effect is I don't know, it just doesn't quite look right, To me,
I think with aircraft, particularly with grey aircraft, the black basing mottling technique can have really good effects. But it's all about that control of your base color once you've mottled it.
Yeah.
Don't go too heavy because you're going to lose all that work that you've done.
It's very difficult to.
Grey seems to be one of those colors that really benefits from that mottling, black basing mottling technique.
I mean, it's very difficult to stop when it's quite light, and you can see that the black basing through the grey. But then when you go on, if you're then post shading, you're covering it up anyway. So you're building up the layers. But right. Next question is from Donald Masters. It's a 3-part question. I'll just do the first part first. And it's for the car builders or the gloss builders, cars, bikes, etc. How long or how many models did it take for you to perfect that even paint job?
I'm 80 in, still not perfected.
Yep. You learn every day. Every model's different. My view is we just keep on learning, as Paul says. You're still going.
Yeah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Every model's different. Second part of the question, how many manufacturers in terms of paints did you go through to find the best blend?
All of them, I think.
Yeah, Paul's had every single paint on the market.
Yeah.
Yep. From rattle cans down to new lacquers, down to acrylics, gloss acrylics, aqueous. Zero.
The manufacturer will do the same type of paint that you want. The same colour. All around.
Spoons are your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Forks are the future.
Sport.
Yeah, all manufacturers. I mean, if you take every single brand of paint and take one specific color, even one the FS or RLM numbers, they differ throughout the paint range because just everything varies so much, you know.
You proved that the other week when you were doing was it the drop tank or the bomb for the large kit you were doing?
Yep, absolutely.
We're looking for the grey. Do you remember? Two
Yeah.
greys, the same numbers.
Both of them was sky grey. They were both the same FS number, and yet one was more tan than anything, you know, light buff.
Totally different.
Yeah. Okay, the third part of the question is: how many different clear coat products have you gone through to find the best?
All of them.
Not all of them. All paint, all clear, yeah.
Loads.
I'm still using the
just in 2Ks, I've gone from 0. I've tried Pro Range. I've tried 2 lots of Splash. One called Quartz. And then onto the Gravity, which I'll be sticking with.
I miss a good joke then.
What?
You said I went from 0, and I was going to say to hero. Missed it.
Just stuck up modelling.
Yeah.
Mentor. I like that one.
No, stuck up modelling, hunter.
Can we get off, Paul?
Pardon?
If you like.
What the hell?
All about Paul, you know.
You do what you want, Tim. Whatever you want to do.
Once you're work away, Sam, I'll do anything you want me to.
What the fuck?
You work away, mate. What do you do for 50?
Anyway, let's get off the subject. Yeah.
Okay. So there was one day Darryl was in the hangout and he stuck in a flippant question, which was, how much repetition do you get over the years with questions?
My favourite one is, why isn't my airbrush spraying?
Yeah.
You know what one I've been hounded with? Oh, those brushes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the brushes. Oh, the brushes.
The water pens.
Yeah.
The one I like is, will you ever finish a model?
Yeah.
Are you going to box that?
Are you going to do a video build, Paul?
Oh, yeah, video build. That's one. Forever.
Why are you making money out this hobby?
Yeah. Despicable.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't get asked questions because I don't build.
Yeah.
To be fair.
I get questions. It's usually off you lot of when you're going to review the Mazda.
Yeah. Oh, are you going to review it?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Shut up, you. That's not even you lot. Get Carlos as well if you're watching. Him and all. You're going to review that when you do that Mazda.
Send it to me, Tim. I'll do the review and I'll send it back.
End up with that under a hammer. I'm sure it will.
Okay, Darryl's got another question, which he apologises for, but no, throw them in. The more the merrier. He says, does UMP primer work well on aluminium?
Yeah,
For example, metal barrels, anything specific?
Yeah.
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 Or
No.
just spray and pray?
Yes.
Certainly on aluminium barrels, once you put the primer on, there is no difference in adhesion, if that's the right word, between the styrene and the metal barrel. It works absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you're not rolling your tanks around on the floor playing with them.
Yep.
Nothing's going to happen.
You wouldn't do that.
Oh,
Yeah, all I say is give it a scuff up with, say, a UMP buffer or low grit sander or wire wool. Then give it a clean down with your favourite paintbrush thinner or airbrush cleaner, and then paint it just to give it as good a chance to stick as possible.
So you use one of those, and then use some of that, and you'll be good to go.
So use the thinner rather than the cleaner. That's interesting.
I use the thinner rather than the cleaner on the metal barrels. Yeah.
All right.
Gotta be different. I mean,
Well, there you go.
show off.
Well, you know.
How dare you?
Oh,
We'll say
that's
nothing.
not right. Blatant plug that was.
Okay, a question from Ludwig next. I'm not going to butcher his name either.
Is it only me that's brave enough?
Absolutely. And he says, he asks, white decals are sometimes so thin that the base color shines through a little and darkens the white font.
Paint bleed through.
Yeah, he said, is there a trick to avoid that?
Yeah, clear coating.
On what build did you do, Paul? We did that with the LP.
The GT40. GT40.
It worked fine, didn't it?
Absolutely perfect.
So you clear coat it first and then decals.
Yeah.
Ludwig does it the other way around. So there you go.
Yeah, it just puts a barrier between the paint and the decal.
Yeah. Okay. Darrellson again asking what's good for cleaning out accumulated dry paint and gumph from inside the spray booth. He's never laid down paper towels or anything, and says the corners of the spray booth are now yuck nasty.
Lacquer is probably the only thing that's going to do it off now.
Yeah.
Get some panel wipe, which is quite cheap. Quite cheap as well. That will help clean a lot of rubbish off.
Or if you go onto Amazon, I think you can get them. Clinal wipes, which is CLINELL.
Canal wipe.
Clinal.
Oh, I thought you said Kinnell.
they will remove everything.
Yeah.
They come in a pack like baby wipes or whatever, but yeah, they will remove everything. Use those at work, and there's not many substances that they won't clean up.
So what are they, like alcohol based?
Alcohol based sterile wipes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Right. Last question of the evening is from Tony Davey. And he asks, I'm sure I've heard that you can mix Tamiya extra thin and EMA plastic well together.
Yeah.
If so, what are the advantages and at what ratios? Thanks to all.
It's hotter, so it melts the plastic more, dries quicker. But the Tamiya slows down the EMA a little bit because that can be a little bit quick.
Yeah.
Mix it 50-50, and I got that tip from Norm. But Norm uses mech. I prefer the plastic world myself.
Yeah, there's one there, which is EMA and extra thin, mixed together in an extra thin bottle. Great for seam lines because it melts it. And then
Oh, sorry, you said seam.
Seam.
Add it, wait a little while, and squeeze them together, get a nice bead of plastic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Down on your filling and really do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really good stuff.
Well, and that's it for all the questions for this week.
Nice.
Cool. Couple more from the chat. Lee Baby is asking, he wants to know how to do the canvas around the turret of the Tamiya Walker Bulldog.
Tissue paper, PVA.
Or rolled out mini putt.
Yeah, or you can use normal cheap tissue. So put that on PVA, thin 50-50, and just build it up and build it up.
Oh, like tissue.
You can actually, with the brush, as you're putting the PVA on, you can create folds and what have you. There is a company called VMS, which I think are Canadian, and they actually do a solution where you can do tarps and canvas rolls and all that sort of stuff. And what you'll use with that is just normal A4 or cut it to size paper that you was using a printer, but this solution actually molds that. But tissue, 50-50 PVA and water, and you get the effect.
And if you go back on my channel through the, I think it's in the How I Do's playlist, there's actually a video on doing it.
Yeah.
Ludwig, no, don't 2K twice. Use a different I like LP9 as a barrier coat. Worked really well for me. And no airbrushes yet, Lee.
So, yeah, Michael then says, surprised that AFV Club haven't done the M41 as they did the Duster, which is based off the M41. And that Duster is a cracking little kit as well.
Yeah.
Daryl says, when are you going to finish your build, Tim?
Hey, I finished the drill this year so far. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you put your drill together.
Yeah, the drill. Ah,
Yeah.
Mike was saying, when are you going to get off the World War One biplane kits, Tim?
when am I going to get off them?
Yeah.
When I get a splinter.
Fagger Cole is heading off to dinner. One last question. Got a cheap Chinese airbrush. Thinking of upgrading, and what would be a good low-cost upgrade?
Apex.
When there is
Apex when they come back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's got to be an Apex.
Lee Barlow saying hello. Bit late tonight. Hope you're all good.
Hey, Lee.
He says to Fagger Cole, I'm a believer of buy one, try once, save a little longer, and buy a good airbrush like the UMP, which is a very reasonable price anyway. And it says, hello everyone from a cold but sunny Space Coast, Florida.
Oh.
Sky Dark's wife calls, so later everybody. And Ludwig Krepaszewski says, thanks, Paul.
Show off.
I used to watch a lot of European football.
Yeah. Of course, that's what you're watching, European.
Andy Preston says, use the UMP Prime, which I got the other day. Super product, Paul. And PS, I like the sweets too.
Excellent, mate.
Well, kids and grown-ups love them so.
Absolutely.
I'd so like to finish that for you, John, but I can't remember how it goes now. The Wonderful World of Haribo. Is it the World of Haribo?
The Happy World of Haribo, yeah.
Oh, I was close.
Caleb B says, yep, so happy I got an Apex. I've been loving it. Do, 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 do.
Oh dear.
Wow.
How many bad advert puns can I get in 5 minutes?
None, hopefully.
Oh.
You just had to go and compare, John.
Yeah. As long as I don't start singing.
No.
No, don't do that.
Please.
We do an accent.
A Welshman singing an Italian accent, yeah. Yeah, as Michael Mitchell says, all them sweet Haribo, lol. All the various things that Haribo have been called over the years. I think Haribo's, that's the first time I've heard that one.
I think my favourite is Moose Munch.
Yeah, that was a good one. Instead of Monster Munch, that was a good one. What was it? The Caribou, wasn't it? The other
Caribou, yeah. Moose Munch. That was Monster Munch. That was funny.
Daryl's got to do penance.
Uh-oh.
I'm a traitor and I ordered the Mr. Hobby Procon boy. Does a man have to wait for stock or miss out? I'm sure one day I'll get a chance to buy one.
Don't worry, mate.
Yeah, this the Badger got another one of their birthday ones in the process.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Thanks.
always
Yeah, catch up.
And there we go. There's my Subaru BRZ done.
Nice.
Yeah, everything's dry. Not sure what's going on with my windscreen. Something scratched the shit out of it.
Oh.
Yeah, really bad. It is what it is.
Lee says he's going to do a product review on UMP Sanders this weekend.
Oh, can't wait.
And Tony Davis says, guys, and have a good weekend.
See you, mate.
Right, Tony.
Later, Tony.
And sorry, Caleb. He says I've got several mini art kits on order after watching your reviews, John.
Enjoy.
They do go together really well. They're brilliant kits.
They are lovely kids. They're just labour intensive.
Yeah, but it makes value for money, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're on a budget, just buy one of them. It'll last you a long time to build.
Yeah, and you can get some good deals if you shop around. You get a mini art kit for the same price as Tamir. And then mini art.
When you compare the price of the mini art with full interior with some other brands, you get a lot more kit for your money.
Absolutely.
And what was it we paid for them BM824s? Something stupid, wasn't it?
It wasn't much more than 20 quid, was it?
I mean, yeah, it was about 25 quid for. I know it's only a small tank, but there's a lot to that kit.
Yeah.
It's still 700 parts, I think.
Yeah.
Where is it? Yeah, I've got one here. There it is. I mean, help if I turn my camera back on, wouldn't it?
I was just going to say.
Yeah. I'll say that size is 700 odd parts.
700 odd. It's
Wow.
The rocket rack's a little bit fiddly, but you know. What we got? So Michael's saying he's mostly got Badger and Pache or Pache airbrushes. Airbrush wise, it depends what you want to do. I mean, if you're painting cars and one of the single action Pache or Patch, whichever they're called.
Pache,
yeah, it will probably do perfectly fine. And I wouldn't want to try using one for like German motto camouflage on the 172nd plane. But you know. Harrod's ordered the T44, the T54-2 and the Type 59. Going a while. Michael says, "Yep, don't know why people hate mini art so much when they have as much detail as a Dragon kit at half the price."
Yeah, that's true.
More detail. And Lee's saying, "Al, you were right. He was ripped off with the Hobby Boss B24 kit that never showed up."
We could have told you that at the start, mate. In fact, I think we did.
I did, yeah.
What happened?
You know, you see those cheap offers of like eBay, like 30-second scale. There's a HA models B25. I think Lee paid like $30 for it.
Yeah,
like, that's fake.
Yeah, we tried it on them before. Like, yeah, let's try it. Yeah, that didn't work.
No.
Yeah, we get to try one.
And the problem is, it's escalated now that they actually do send you something.
Yeah, that's it. That's
because they've got the tracking number. You've got no legal recourse.
Right.
So it's too cheap. What did I see the day? The Lego Master Millennium Falcon for like $50.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course you're gonna get that.
Yeah. Bargain of the year, that is.
Subaru badges, where are they now? I had them the other day.
Yeah, Darren says the mini art World War II civil double-decker bus looks a nut.
That looks quite good.
Pop off.
And there is going to be the pigeon coop conversion for it as well at some point because they have released the 136 scale pigeons.
Yeah.
But you have to put the legs on. You have to build the pigeon.
Oh yeah, it's not one part. I'm surprised I haven't got photo wings. Actually, I keep quiet. That'll give them an idea, won't it?
Gives you ideas.
Yeah. And Lee says, yeah, the tracking number's no good either. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they do send you stuff now, and then because they got the tracking number, PayPal, they've fulfilled their obligation. It's in your hands and to dispute it. You got to be really careful now.
Well, so even if they send you something that's not
Exactly.
what's advertised. They get
Yeah, they've got a tracking number. They can go, look, there it is. That was what it was. There's a tracking number it's time for. And you're screwed.
Yeah, because you're trying to say anybody can say, "Oh, they sent me the wrong thing." No, I didn't.
Yeah, there's the tracking number. You sign for it.
Yeah.
I think somebody said they got like a T-shirt.
Oh my god.
Or something random.
Yeah, there was a round of them a while back, weren't there?
Yeah.
And people were getting like small cuddly toys when I'd ordered like a 1/35th scale Hannah mag.
And unfortunately, I think pretty much all of the Facebook ads you see are fake.
Yeah.
I don't see any that are, unless they're from something you searched on Google and are then showing them up. If they're just random ads put in by Facebook, they're pretty much
Definitely fake. Those penis enlargement ads are definitely fake. So I'm told anyway.
All I got was a wasp in a bottle.
Hey, no, I bet that stung a bit.
Yeah, it worked.
About how like we're always attracted to shit, don't we?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Caleb says he fell for it as well. Bought his Vesda T34 for $10. Said it was 35th and it showed up and it was 172 snap kit.
Mm-hmm.
At least it was actually a T34 though.
Yeah,
He says, anyone know what the FX 124th Hellcat is like to build? Has it got fit issues like the Typhoon?
Probably.
I would probably
I'll put money on it, it does. But I think if you battle through it, it'd be worth doing.
Yeah, like the Typhoon wasn't that bad.
I think there's lots of options.
The Typhoon was the engine didn't fit inside it.
Probably.
Lots of options with that type Hellcat kit. You can build it wings folded, which at 24 scale for storage is a bonus.
And a heck of a lot of aftermarket as well.
Yep.
Michael says he's got 1/9 scale eyeball decals coming tomorrow for his Panzer Grenadier kit.
They should see you good. Oh, come on. You're going to give me for the speed of the joke. For Christ's sake. You didn't see it happen, did you? Blindsided you. Blindsided you.
Andrew Preston, he says, just got the Mini Art M3 Lee light production tank. Amazing details on the sprues with PE. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Mike was saying, how did this degenerate so fast? Well,
I'm in here.
It does.
Join us in the Hangouts.
Yeah.
You'll be amazed how clean it actually stays in here.
You'll think we're not the same people.
No, we're not. Caleb says, only plane he's got any interest in building is a flanker. Exactly, absolutely stunning plane. And Michael says, yep, Nigel's building a Hellcat on his YouTube channel. Daryl says the Hellcat wasn't bad and I'm a noob. I would imagine the panels over the engine could be a pain, but you left those off.
Yeah.
Matt says, Luke, loved the video of the F4. You got a new sub from me as well.
Thank you, buddy.
He says, still haven't seen any of Dan's videos.
Whose videos?
I mean, he doesn't do YouTube videos, but the videos he sends us, you don't want to see.
Yeah.
No.
They make your hair curl on your toes.
No, when I start thinking it's disgusting, you know it's bad.
Yeah, that one other day were a bit grim.
They're all poo.
Bit grim.
I've got to say that one were a bit grim.
For Dan to say that means that's pretty damn bad.
Yeah.
And Caleb's excited to see your tortoise when it's done. It's going to be a killer piece of work.
Yeah, I'll stick my neck out and say it will.
Yeah, it's good. Slowly but surely.
Hey.
Tortoise.
That was bad, wasn't it? That was
That was
bad.
good.
Nah, that's good.
Or the tortoise. Caleb's saying, "Yep, Dan scarred my eyeballs with the last video he sent me." Matthew Burtle's saying, "Yep, very grim. Thanks."
Send another one down.
Jason's there. Evening, Jason. This is count yourself lucky, Lee. You haven't seen any of Dan's videos.
Quite.
Texts are bad enough. God damn it.
Oh, I woke him up.
What?
We were waiting for
Sam was Marco.
What happened?
Sam was head down on his arms, about to start snoring. You woke him up.
You're far off the mark, Robbie.
Yeah, know that feeling, mate. And not turtleneck, Daryl. Different kind of turtle. Yeah, as Matt, Sam looks like he's about out of it. Caleb is currently growing a mullet, so maybe he'll look like Warwick by the end of the year.
Eek.
Michael says, "Night, Sam. Don't drool on the bench."
Not again, anyway.
Oh, well.
I said not again, anyway.
Oh, yeah. Too many pictures floating about me doing that.
And all caught up again.
Tim,
Which one's on?
Yeah.
do you want to do what
That's
we've
a
been
good
buying?
timing.
Do you want to do what we've been buying?
Yeah. Yeah, let me go find it and get it sorted.
If Hannah's still watching. Hannah, if you're watching, look at your text.
If you're not watching, do look at your text as well, though, yeah?
Yeah, everyone should constantly tell Hannah to look at her text.
Everyone do the mental challenge. Do that.
Oh, yeah, that's as Daryl says. Yeah, mullet, and you admit it. Not off-topic Tuesday. We need pics of the mullet.
Who had a mullet?
Caleb.
No, he doesn't. He's a liar. Filthy liar.
Such a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
How very dare you?
Right, ready?
Hang on.
Yep. Sharing. All good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wicked. Okie dokie. Let's go through what you guys have been buying these last couple of weeks. Start off with me. I managed to pick up a Junkers 1, which is the first kit the Wingnuts have ever made. Which is it's 32001. We're well happy to get that one, and got it for a good price. With that, I've got some green stuff, Seafoam, and one of their little stacks to make leaves with. There's got to be a cheaper way to buy this stuff. It's so expensive for what it is.
Yeah. Just
What is it something that's grown from the sea?
I'm not sure, mate.
Is it actually something that's grown in the sea, or is it just?
just Google what plant is seafoam, and then
All right.
Yeah,
You got one,
then go buy one from the garden centre for about 1/10 of the price.
yeah. It's probably having to dry it out. Anyway, moving on. Caleb, yeah, he's got the T55 from Mini Art. That's just the external version. Good idea. And some Tamiya standing pads down there. Charles Stellini, he got the Kraz 255B, big old truck. This is called the Gaz 66 light truck with the ZU 23.2. That is very cool. Like that. Lottie. This one's quite cool. The Mengshi. Not saying anything about that name. The one after military utility vehicle. Oh, it's a convertible version for the Special Forces. Special Forces haven't have their convertible get their wind in the air.
So they can get their beards blowing around.
Another Mengshi. So isn't Mengshi looks like it's just a rip-off of a Hummer, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's essentially what it is.
Yeah. And they call it a Mengshi.
Yeah.
It's not a great name, isn't it?
Not the best. No.
UN vehicle, that one. This one looks quite good. The Soviet Gaz AA cargo truck. Nice.
Not a Gaza.
Gaza. No, I really like the look of this little thing. There's this 30 self-propelled anti-tank. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Imagine the recoil this thing had when that went off. It could have flipped over.
Oh, it's not a very high caliber gun. It's got a very long barrel. Yeah, it probably moves the whole thing back.
It probably still moves that thing around quite well, though.
Yeah, but it's pretty much one shot and get the hell out of there.
Yeah. Gavin Walker picked up the AK United States Legendary. Cool. And the AK Modern Figures book as well. Very nice. And US Navy Still Volume 2 set. Right, we've got Dodgy Echo.
There you go, feedback.
Gary. Oh yeah, Gary. When we see Gary. Oh yeah, when we see Gary next. He got hold of a 148 F4C Vietnam War Phantom. Very nice.
Wow.
Mr. Michael Benjamin Mitchell. He's got hold of a Klingon Vorcha class battle cruiser. Probably meant to say that spitting and slurring your words. Probably I make that correct, but yeah. The Klingon battle cruiser. He also picked up the Water Buffalo AFV Club track set.
Oh,
yeah, high detail, 4 track parts per link.
oh,
Yeah. There's another word for highly detailed there.
Does it end in cough?
Yeah, that looks like it'll probably be really, really nice. Just before you move it in, it breaks and it all falls into pieces. But it'll probably have a nice lot of detail. Anyway, moving on. Luke got hold of the Chernobyl #1. Very cool. Mr. Paul.
Yeah.
You've got some paints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was laughing at Warwick's picture. Yeah, I got sent some paints by Gravity to test and use. So you'll see all these. Well, the Lantana purple you'll see on the Supra. The Amatrin metallics on this Subaru. You'll see that classic copper on the Chevelle. And the rest you'll see when the time comes.
Was that anthracite black?
Mm-hmm. It's the base for the Midnight Purple 3.
Oh, okay. So you still, although they don't sell it as 2, they still recommend you do.
Yeah, you have to put a black down.
Yeah.
So rather than use primary, it says use that.
And then you've got the chrome set. Is a chrome set then a real high gloss?
Chrome set's meant to be really good, and there's the seal at top right. You reckon to some ones you can actually seal. So I'm going to try them on spoons one day.
Yes.
Well, so you got an enamel base in there with that, and then the chrome paint, and then the sealer. So it'd be interesting to try.
What's the idea with it being an enamel then?
Enamel, self-leveling, high gloss.
Oh, okay. So that's the idea. You don't then have to start polishing it in any way. You should be able to spray it out of the gun.
You should only need a couple of light coats. I think that's a mistake a lot of people make with chrome. They hose it on, and you still need to keep some of that black there.
Yes, to get the reflection.
Reflectivity. So yeah, I'll do a few spoons and do some experiments. Probably do a review of it and put it on the channel.
Good idea. Good idea.
It'd be quite
Good.
interesting if it's a decent chrome.
Yeah, it'd be nice to find a good quality foam.
Yep.
Chrome foam on that one. You got the SLS safety car. I like that. Are you going to do it as that?
Yes. When I did the red one, I found that. I was like, oh, I've got to find that. Couldn't find it for sale. It was out of production. Found one in Italy for like 140 quid or something ridiculous. So gave up. And then randomly, when I was in hospital, funny enough, found one on Facebook for 25 quid.
Bargain.
And I was like, I'll have that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And you do it as the safety.
Yeah, I'll do it as a pace car, yeah.
Mylander's safety car.
Yeah.
He does a lot of driving in that car, and I'll get it to it. Although it looks slow going round the.
It's probably flying round.
He nails that thing round there. He must have it's a great job he has dragging that thing around.
It's like on the MotoGPs, they've got a couple of M5s.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
It'd been raining on the track last year.
Yeah.
And there was just a few remnant wet spots, and they sent the M5s out to do about 20 laps over the wet.
Nice.
Dry it out.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
Nice. And you got the Porsche Panamera.
Yeah, I saw. Oh God, Robert's build, I think it was on the ISM.
Looked nice.
And I got the Amethyst Purple the other week for it as well. So we will do that, but not for a while because I'm sick of doing blue and purple cars.
Fair enough.
It's what seems to have done lately.
Hey, just quickly, when I was on the Gravity site the other day, did you notice the top of their pages now changed a different name?
No.
Okay.
Sure, you're on the Spanish one.
Yep.
Oh, okay, don't know, mate.
Oh, so looking at that, I'm not sure it's changed the name at the top. It still says in Gravity, but it's a different company than the top bit.
Gravity Dash Colours, isn't it?
Possibly.
The new Mazda Roadster, which has just come out. I might review it. I don't know if I can be bothered, to be honest. We've got them in stock at UMP. Let's have a look over there.
I would like it if they released the Fiat version, because the Fiat version does look very, very nice.
Yeah.
But that's still a nice looking little car.
It's a nice little kit as well.
Oh, to me, it's always going to be
a
fabulous kit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, moving on. The BRZ.
Yeah, which has just been finished.
Yep.
Hang on, you haven't moved. Oh, there we go.
Yep. And Warwick there, looking a bit lost.
Yeah.
Those teeth will save money.
They're my real teeth.
Oh.
Yeah.
A little bit awkward.
We've had a restock of all the Ultimate Primers and all the Shuji Burrito files and Azu tape. All that malarkey's in now. I've been waiting for months for it. So I needed a restock because all mine was gone. And then the Gaia Notes brush cleaner at the back, which is another picture of in a minute. And some very nice non-anti-magnetic tweezers there as well.
Yes, I bought some of those.
Yeah, they're a very high point. You'll literally stab yourself with those things.
Well, my Tamiya ones are nice and bent now because I use them for non-tweezering things.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so
you can't beat the Tamiya for strength, but the point's not as big as you could possibly like sometimes.
They'll never tweeze again, though.
Oh, no. Yeah, so Tim goes to the next picture. You'll see the brush cleaner.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
it's a glass pot with some mesh.
Well, I couldn't find it on UMP, so I checked out, and then I thought, why's Paul's got one in a bag? So I went back on UMP and then ordered that as well.
Yeah, message Lee and I'll refund your postage.
Yeah, that's what Anna said. Yeah.
Make sure you do.
Oh well, maybe.
Well, if not, I'll chuck something in to cover your postage in.
Extra bag of Haribo.
So yeah, it cleans your brush really well. Works really, really well.
Very nice. Not sure about the name of the company though.
Well-known company like for paints and
is it?
Yeah, they make their own paints. There's the tweezers. Yeah, very high point. Really.
So these mirrors, are they?
No, by a company called begins with this.
I couldn't pronounce it.
Yeah, Sankey or Senko or something like that.
Okay.
But really, really nice quality tweezers.
Cool.
They do look good.
Try to do two things at once.
And it just happened at the right time for me, really.
Yeah.
But having said that, even if my tweezers weren't bent, I'd probably still put an order in and buy some tweezers. I like my tools.
Oh yeah, I want another Z tune because I want to do it in midnight purple. So I've got 2 just to see the difference in the paints. I've already used the zero paints. I didn't like it. The flakes were way too big. The splash was good, really good. So I'm interested to see what the gravity's like compared to it. So I thought I get the same kit and we'll redo it again.
Cool.
It's a lovely kit.
Why not?
Yeah. And then a very nice guy called Rob messaged me saying he had a spare Skyline kit. Would I like it? And of course I said yes.
Cool.
So, I've actually already got this kit. So as long as Rob's okay, I'm going to send this to Sam so me and Sam can do a buddy build.
Thank you.
That's it.
I've just put an order in with you, Paul, anyway. So.
Oh, okay.
Dan's got the new Mazda as well. Nice to see.
Yep.
Dominic Coco, he got the Meng flamethrower, little wasp. That's quite cool. He also got the Ryko model Sturmtiger. That's very cool. You click on there. The Whippet, good little tank.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
The Jeep and the trailer, and the marine figures, and the new Das Works 135 kit and crate. Highly detailed, very nice, nice indeed. A 132 P51B Mustang 2. Nice artwork on there. And you're crazy. He got the 135 Chinook.
Yeah, I got that one as well. The box.
That's a big old bit of kit. That is.
Yeah, it's been close enough. It's got the size of the model on the box.
Mm-hmm.
Full wide, 110 millimeters.
What?
Its width, length is 0.5 meter, isn't it? And then the rotors.
Yeah, that's not including the rotors though.
I know.
Yeah, they're missing a 0. I think.
Well, this is what I'm wondering. Are they missing a 0?
Yeah.
Are they missing a 0, or have they only measured the width of the chopper itself?
It's the size of the airframe in it without the rotors.
Yeah. So they've just done the airframe. They haven't actually said, oh yeah, by the way, the width of the rotors now makes it 6 times wider.
And twice the length. Yeah, you leave it to take the rotors off, you put it on the shelf, and then you mount the rotor blades to the wall behind it.
Yeah. From Simon Shaw, if you eBay bargains this week, the Smear 129, 120th Brabham. Not bad looking little car. The Fujimi MP412B GT3. And a Hasegawa Group C Racing Joist Porsche 962 and the Volkswagen Golf Group 2 Racing.
That's cool.
Which is actually a Mark 1. Or the Americans know it as a rabbit because they're anyway. Strange. The only type of rabbit I know. And the electric handy drill as well.
Very nice.
Very cool. And that's it for this week. You lot been keeping your money in your pocket.
I may not have.
Yeah, I see you. Did you get one of those last night?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done.
What did you buy, Al?
I bought the Zukimura 148 Phantom F4C.
Oh,
I went for the C because,
He likes the letter.
to go with the Phantom it's up there, to go with the Phantom I'm building, to go with the other Phantom anyway.
Serving up, is it?
So, we got some talk about tire warmers. Been wondering why you would need tire warmers.
On tire warmers on what?
Specifically, talking MotoGP, but in general, to warm the fire.
Yeah, we had a conversation about tie warmers a couple of nights ago in here, and yeah,
What they don't understand why they need tie warmers.
Mm.
Personally, saying I think it's for a safety aspect more than anything.
Yeah,
Well, that's how
especially
it's
in
right.
motorbikes, the last thing you want to do is come into the first turn.
I want to say, you imagine a cold tire at
Have any grip?
150.
Tires are designed. Tires will only work when they're warm because that's how they're designed. Because if they're designed to work when they're cold, when they're warm they won't work.
Well, they just
The tire only works when it's warm. You have to start the tire off warm for it to work.
Hang on a sec. Sam? McCall?
Grandad,
Sam? Sam?
Grandad,
Oi!
we love you.
Sam?
I'm away.
You are now. Sam, go and get some sleep, mate. Go and get some sleep.
Go on.
Yeah.
About it.
All right?
See you in the morning.
Sam.
See you later, mate. Take care.
Okay. Right. See you later.
Talk about sleeping beauty. Eh?
I'm awake. See you, mate.
Most of it.
Oh, yeah. Except me shouting your name 10 times.
Yeah, definitely didn't.
I'm awake.
Oh dear.
See you later, boy.
See you in a bit. Take it easy, mate.
Bye-bye. He's a boy.
Couple of people saying they'd like to see the review of the Chrome pool.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I was trying to remember which make it was. It was Gravity, wasn't it?
Gravity Spade Chrome.
Yeah, lots of explaining about what tire warmers do. Are you wondering why you would want some for a model? Because
That's what they look like when they're sitting on the grid.
yeah, if they're sat on the stand, they've got tire warmers on.
It's like I'm not going to get that route.
Calvin's asking, is that Chinook model any good?
Yes and no.
No.
Yes.
It's
What
their
is that?
own
That's
mold.
why it's yes and no. Tim says yes, Norm says no.
No, it's their own
Oh, no,
mold. The padding is all flat. It should be wrinkled the hell in it. The joint line for the two fuselage halves, front to back, is a bit naff. It's lacking a lot of detail.
But it's a bit better than the 48th.
I think the 48th was the scaled down version of it.
Is that what that was? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got the kit upstairs. I give up on it. It's just it needs a lot of work to bring it up to standard.
And then you can go buy a really expensive adapter for it, so you can convert it into the big pointy nose one, whichever I can't remember what it's called.
And the canopies weren't all that good neither.
Other than that, it's really good.
Other than that, it's not bad.
Other than that, you know, the box looks nice.
It's all good on the shelf. In a box, that is.
Yeah.
If you can get it for a cheap price, not what it's going for in the shops now. If you can get it at a cheap price like eBay and that, yeah, probably. But if you pay full price for it, I wouldn't bother.
Or chop the back off it, use it on a dive.
Do a crash version.
Chop the middle out of it and have one side of the wall and the other end the other side of the wall. Just flying through. Jason says, Paul, you're quickly becoming Gravity Spain's biggest spokesperson.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
hang on. If a product works, though, you're going to promote, aren't you?
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah. Not going to promote something that don't work.
You never see me promoting stuff that works.
Lee says he wants to do a body build with you, Al, so that you can tell him everything he's doing wrong.
Oh, I can do that without the buddy bills.
Yeah. Okay. Take
You
it
need to
back.
get back in the hangouts as well.
No, no. Those intake fans should be pink. Drew's just bought 2 of the brush cleaners. Calvin saying thank you about the answer about the Chinook. Apparently Caleb's Machining Krieger kit came in the mail today as well.
Awesome. See, I like Mac. I do like a Mac kit. I've got to admit, but for the money and what you get in the box, I don't think it's quite worth it.
No, that's been my general. You look at the price of the kit and you look at what you get, and then you look like a Gundam or something similar, and you get a lot more for the similar or a lot less. So, but hey, if that's what you want to build, that's what you want to build. Like those Industria Mechanica, there's not a huge amount of them, but they're awesome.
I would say they're belting kits, but again, are they worth the money?
It's all a case of if you want to build a Hornithopter, well, you're pretty much stuck.
Yeah. Or you scratch building.
Yeah, you're pretty much stuck. I wouldn't want to try and scratch build the wings, that's for certain.
Oh, I don't know. No, you're right.
Well, you could. Yeah. Now, do you remember those stained glass things you could get as a kid? Where it was basically like a white metal outline, you put like the little coloured plastic stuff in it. Stick it in the oven to melt. And
You
made
put it in the oven and you let it melt down, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could do that with something like the wings for the Hornithopter. Just an idea. Because I think that's 2 pieces of photo etch, isn't it, with the clear part sandwich or the clear acetate sandwich between. Okay, let's think about using the Mac kits for the Sci-Fi GB. Got 2 of the Gustav Mech Drews, whichever they are. Is that from June?
It's October.
Haha, Finch. Hornithopter. Yeah, I don't think it was June, but I've seen something similar somewhere. I can't remember what steampunk movie it was. Okay.
It's picking all the kit to start tomorrow.
Was that you can start another kit tomorrow?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do we do the video build?
Ooh.
Or something else?
Oh.
See how I feel.
What was the best way to be? Just see how you feel.
Yeah. Down surfing the interweb.
Yep.
That's it. There was a nice model on BRZ, but it's a boring looking car.
Yes.
Really is boring.
Yeah, the Toyota Subaru join on that one.
Yeah.
Really didn't do great on it.
Yeah. It was nice to build. Nice model. Got a nice engine bay.
Mm.
Engine bay looks pretty good. The glass marked terribly, though. Really bad. Right, should we do a giveaway?
Get away now.
We can do.
Right, so we've got a £20 UMP gift voucher to give away. All you got to do to win it is wait until you see John. Put in the chat, start numbers now. You then pick one number from 1 to 1,000. You get 5 minutes. We then do a live random number generator, and the closest person to the number wins the £20 UMP gift voucher. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
But don't forget, one number. And Darryl, no, it won't, mate. Not Revel Contactor. It's not CA Glue, is it? Contactor.
Nice standard.
Right, when you're ready, boys. So don't forget, peeps, one number between 1 and 1,000. I can't say it more. One number. If you put 2 in, you get disqualified.
Are you ready, John?
I'm already Norm.
Hold on a minute before we start. Refresh this,
Meh.
and I'll put this to
Lee said he wants to do a bodybuilder with you, Luke.
Of what?
Don't know.
Right, I'm ready, John. In 3, 2, 1. Start your numbers.
To be fair, I did say probably blocking and frustration. Lee, put your number back in. You
Yeah.
missed it.
Once he's finished the bodybuilder down, then
That sounds like a plan.
Oh, thanks, Luke.
you're more than welcome.
I'm staying away from buddy builds after what happened the last time I tried to do one with someone.
Yeah, but those charges would drop, weren't they? What have I got visions of Sam asleep on his bench at home?
Yeah.
Was that, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's potential for that, isn't there?
Yeah.
Medication was kicking in, wasn't it?
Yeah.
4 minutes, folks. You've got 4 minutes.
Right. Try and run downstairs.
Oh, Mark, stick a number in the chat quick. Oh, you have. There you go.
Just one number. Don't pick another one.
Yeah, just one number.
And if you like the show, give her a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give the thumbs up.
You've got 3
It's
minutes.
a big
You know it. 3
Come
minutes.
join
folks.
anytime. Yeah, come join the Facebook page and the forum. All the links are in the description. Check out umpretail.com, which is mine and Lee's business. Check out the Live on the Bench page, off their Hangout group, Monster Heroes. Check out Luke's channel, Black Rifle Model Works with an X, and Sharpie's Models, Aquatics and... Sorry, Models and Tanks. Changed the name. I forgot.
Change his name.
Changed his name.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And yeah, make sure you sub to everyone. And that's it.
You now have 2 minutes, folks. 2 minutes.
22-second delay on the feed. It's quite a lot, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Quite a lot. It's
Don't
normally
forget, we're going to do a Models for Heroes auction on the 3rd of April. The post will go up over the weekend about donating kits and whatever you want to do. Try and support the fantastic charity. And come join us on the 3rd for our evening's auction.
Yeah, and one tip for that, if you're bidding on things, figure out what the delay is. Because a lot of times people have bid and been literally just out of time because they got the delay wrong.
One minute, folks. You have 1 minute.
Are you saying to get a tank kit this weekend?
Oh, what?
Storage
Ooh.
tank?
Oh, I was going to say.
He didn't say storage. I added that bit.
Oh, you say you get the tank. I say you build cars and bikes.
Oh, yeah. I know that now, Norm. Don't you worry. This is my 8th kit I've finished this year.
Wow.
Oh well.
Wow.
And we're still only in February.
And the next, what's the next problem you're gonna have, Paul?
You know what it is.
Yeah.
And in that case, right now, I have room for
3.
1, 2, 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 at a push.
Oh.
And that is it. Full. There's nothing else going in there. Full stop.
We have the countdown in 3, 2, 1.
Stop.
So
Ding ding.
we'll be selling all kits if we have to do that.
Well, Paul, here's an idea. Save some for the auction.
No, the old ones are shit. They're not great, my old ones.
Exactly, save them for the auction.
The 2K's gone terrible on them.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Let's react. Just
It's just deteriorated over time. Weird. Right, is that sharing?
Yes.
So just put 1,000 in there. Ignore the 8 that was already there. We're going to click this once. That'll be the winning number. And as always, the 2 people that pick the same number, the first person that picked it wins. Once we know the winner or the winning number, please don't shout out who you think it is in the chat because we have had the wrong name shouted out before. These guys will check and double check. And once we know the winner, John will announce the winning number for the £20 UMP gift voucher. So the winning number is 909. 909. Everyone see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Superb.
It took a while to catch up, but it got there in the end.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
It is. Also, the fact there's 213 million search results for a random number generator.
Yep. Oh, yeah, it sat in 815 for a while, didn't it? It's weird. Whew.
Click.
Hannah's had an absolute stonking night getting through orders. She's done 30 orders tonight.
Wow.
Yeah. Try and get them cracked over the weekend. That's 30 out of like 90. Ugh. Weird noise, isn't it?
Yeah, confirmed with that one.
We all happy with that then?
Oh, yes.
No.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know what it is. I haven't looked.
It's me. I want it.
Of course you did, Timothy.
Caleb, try Mr. Hobby leveling thinner. That doesn't really damage the paint. Brush it on with a toothbrush and then jet wash it off with your airbrush with some in there. To make sure you're in a well ventilated room because it does stink.
Or you'll be floating out.
But it does take the paint off really well.
Yeah.
So the number drawn for the £20 UMP gift voucher was 909. And the closest to it with 912 is Master Toymaker.
Ah, there we go.
Well done.
Cool.
If Master Toymaker, if you make sure you go to UMP account at umpretail.com, the link's in the description if you haven't got one. Make sure you clip allow marketing as well, because we found out lately it doesn't let you accept the voucher otherwise. And then email me on the email in the description as well, ismprizeclaim@gmail.com, with the email address you've used to register on ISM, and I'll get that voucher sorted for you after the weekend. So there you go. Well done.
Cool.
Right.
Nice one.
There we go. That's us all done, isn't it?
Ish.
So we'll be back next Friday. If you want, come and join our fair hangouts. They're on every UK time in the morning and afternoon. So it's like afternoon and morning for America, or the next day, 3 weeks later for Aussies.
And chunk.
And you can come join them whenever you want.
Before we leave, don't forget, subscribe to Luke's channel, subscribe to ISM, most importantly, the channel you're on at the moment. Also, Tim's Desk London.
Oh,
And I have a channel as well. And I do live streams on a Sunday at 6 GMT. So there's the shameless plug out the way.
I'm going to say that was quite shameless there, John.
Well, yeah. Got to be done, mate.
I've got to say, out of all the shameless plugs, that was the most shameless.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What one does try.
Yeah, you know, at least I put everyone else's in first.
Well, that's true.
There you go.
Oh yeah, there is that.
We've got lots of congratulations. Master Toymaker says first time he's ever entered, and he's won.
There you
Oh,
go.
well,
That's
there
how
you
it
go.
happens.
Yep.
Matt 58 says saying another great show, guys. William Mack saying bye, lads.
See you, mate.
Yeah.
Hey.
Mark Cochran saying bet you wish you put the lottery numbers in. And we are. Oh. And yep. And we're all caught up on the chat.
Cool.
Nice one, John.
Good job.
So I'm just writing a message. Entertain yourselves for a minute.
I think I'll say the Friday off-topic post on ISM where people are putting in their favourite non-modelling related YouTube channels.
Mm-hmm.
Do check those out because there's some really good channels amongst them, some really interesting stuff there. A whole range of different things every week that just shows the different things that we're all interested in.
Mm-hmm.
I like going through the music one. I like going through there.
They're all good. I'm made up with how interactive they've been.
Yeah.
Well, it's done well.
A lot of people, I know there's a lot of people who do modelling are quite into rock music.
Yes.
I have noticed that. But it's quite interesting going through and just listening to different stuff that people. It's not always exactly what you can pick to listen to, but you do go through and go, never heard that before. Oh, that's different.
You dodge your mind though, don't you, Tim?
Hey?
I bet you dodge the ones I put up
Okay.
and go, no, I'm not going to like that one.
No. I'll happily click on it and have a little listen. I will quite happily listen. If I don't like it, I won't listen to it for long. But I'll at least click on them and have a little listen and do. Oh, okay, that's that. Oh, okay.
So, yeah. You never know. You might find something you didn't know you liked.
Yeah, exactly. You just don't know until you listen to it. You don't know. I always like my listening to loads of different types of music and stuff. So I think not all of it's my. I'm not really into rock music, but I don't mind some. I don't mind some at all.
Right, there we go. Right, so we're going to call it a night. So if you want to come join the off-air hangout, the link will go up in a minute. And we'll see you all next Friday. I'll have some videos up through the week. And, keep joining in on the off-topic posts on ISM and posting all your work over there too. So we'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.